What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? It's Friday night. It is Friday. It's your boy Doc Holiday. As always, we are here with HBCU tonight. As always, you already know, powered by HBCU Overdrive. Make sure that you like, stream, comment, share. Most of all, subscribe to the channel. Get everything that you need. HBCU Overdrive. Let me take my hair down because it's been up all day since I've been at work. Woo! Yeah, it was about time for me to watch this thing. So, I guess I could grab a hat. We wore a hat in a minute, so. Ain't wore a hat in a minute, but hey, we are here. I hope everybody's having a good time tonight. If you ain't doing anything, come on in, and I'm glad that you are here chilling with me. Always, if you are on Twitter, make sure you hit that follow button, and if you are, come on to the YouTube side and hit that subscribe button. So we got a lot to talk about, but we're gonna pivot on the main. We're gonna pivot on some topics today. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. It is good. It is good to know that I am healthy, and I'm aware of, I take my health seriously. So, it's just up here. We just having good old fun. Gonna have some good old fun tonight. But before we do all that, hit a good commercial break. Be right back in just a second.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
All right, and we are back. We done had a couple of days here in Dallas where it's raining. Man, what's going on, Chuck? How you doing? What's going on, Franklin? What's good? And a couple of weeks, days we are raining, and I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. But hopefully it gets better. It gets better by the time that for this weekend. Everybody on being at work, everybody coming in, allergies acting up, sinuses acting up. Let me see something about this. So we're gonna get into it because I was gonna talk about some MEAC. We're gonna talk about some MEAC stuff. What's going, for the MEAC and who is on the hot seat and who needs to come with it. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna go ahead and talk about this. Let's see. Let's see. I got an email earlier today. I think was it today or was it I think it was the other day or something like that. What's going on, Mr. Tasha? How you doing? Um that Morehouse Morehouse has Athletics has won the Men's Commissioner's Cup, the SAC Men's Commissioner's Cup after a historic championship year. Of course, they had won championships across men's cross country, basketball, indoor track and field, and outdoor track and field. So basically, that garnered them the cup, even though the football team was horrible because, well, hey, they don't care too much about football. But got this one yesterday also. So the Cricket Celebration Bowl will be kicking off. Bowl season is the first game to kick off bowl season this year, December the 12th in Atlanta. So we will be the first game. Will be the first game of the bowl season, and I mean it's I think it's good. I think it's cool that we are the first game on the docket. The first game on the docket, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead. Let me send some. All right. Yeah. Talk about this. So, first and foremost, all right. Got something from the Houston Chronicle. We got something from the Houston Chronicle. I think it was yesterday. It was actually yesterday. I forgot today is the 5th. But the Texas Southern Tigers are having some issues right now. Texas Southern Tigers are having some issues right now, and one of the issues is, of course, we kind of laid it out there about them not, I want to say again, put out of Shell Energy Stadium, but it seems like what that is. Second is they still don't have a basketball coach. So Texas Southern now is now the only Division I school without a full-time men's basketball coach. So let's get into that. So basically, y'all know June is typically the time right now where you, as a coach and coaching staff, you're out there going out your way to do recruiting, pretty much kind of almost like finalizing your team, because basketball players do return to school early, so they could go ahead and do they can do conditioning and everything. But and also it's a way for them to get their make sure that their class for next year is solidified. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. All right. But but I don't know what's going on over in Houston or the third ward. So April 29th, Mississippi Valley State hired former Texas Southern head coach Mike Davis as their next head men's basketball coach. Davis hired left just one men's Division I program without a head coach. That would be Texas Southern. 5 weeks after the Delta Devils hired Davis, the Tigers have yet to officially fill the shoes of Johnny Jones, who departed Texas Southern for an assistant coaching role with the LSU Tigers on April the 8th. On April the 20th, Texas Southern announced the appointment of Sharon Chapman as interim head coach, marking his 9th season on the staff. So now you got some sort of continuity right there with Coach Chapman. Coincidentally, Chapman was hired. Basically, he was hired by Mike Davis when Mike Davis was the head coach back in 2017. And this is coming from Coach Chapman. He puts out there he's extremely grateful for the opportunity to lead the program and for the trust placed in him by the administration. Texas Southern has a proud tradition of success, and its focus is on continuing that standard while supporting our student athletes on and off the court. So, basically, Sharon Chapman, also he's he's no stranger because he was a starting point guard for Memphis between from 1997 to 2001, and then basically his senior year he was coached by John Calipari. I think that was Calipari's first season. That was Calipari's first season as a head coach of the Memphis Tigers. Y'all know I am a Memphis Tigers fan, so hey, I have to put that out there. So Wednesday evening, Texas Southern said in a statement that DHR Global was selected to conduct the head coach search. So the firm will work closely with the university to identify, recruit, and evaluate a broad and highly qualified pool of candidates who can build upon the proud tradition of the Tigers basketball. But also, here's another issue that Texas Southern has. I thought that TSU had a permanent athletic director, but come to find out, the athletic director is on an interim basis. So Paula Jackson serves as interim athletics director, a role she took on last September after the firing of Kevin Granger. Granger was dismissed following allegations of sexual assault against a university staff member. Hey, motherfucker, keep your hands to yourself. So this so basically what's going on is now is besides having to try to find a a full-time men's basketball coach, you still trying to find a full-time athletics director. Me, continuity, keep her in there, take the interim tag off, let her do her thing. For Coach Chapman, I say take the tag off of him, let him do his thing. Give him at least 3 years or 4 years. You never know. So now the decision rests squarely upon the shoulders of the president J.W. Crawford. And I don't think, I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me be real. I don't think he I don't think they want to even do anything like that. I think they just don't want to he have that responsibility. Now now this ain't the first time that Texas Southern has been in the news for I wouldn't say negative, but less than I would just say less than. I'm gonna just put it just like that, less than. Man, and Granger been doing all that for years. He should have been gone. He should have been locked up. But I say take that interim tag off of her. I say take the interim tag off of both of them. Let them do the work. I mean, this ain't the first time you kind of screwed up when it came to trying to find a coach. You let go of Coach McKinney a couple of years ago. It took you a minute to find the head coach for Texas Southern. At one point in time, y'all thinking about getting Andre Johnson. Ain't no, to me, no, I have no ill will towards Johnson, but hey, it took you a minute, and it's basically you almost like playing catch up. You got Chris Dishman in there. I don't know. I do not know. This is something that I don't know what to say. So yeah, let me go ahead and get my man up here. Whew. Yeah, y'all got a lot of stuff going on with y'all, man. Y'all, it's like y'all just need a fresh start, bro. Boy, you starting early, cuz you is starting early. You is early today, man. It's early today, man. But yeah, man, look, I just think that Texas Southern just need to go ahead and hit that reset button. Um, just hit that reset button. That's all I got to say on that one. Um, mm, mm, mm. This is crazy. Let me see. I'm waiting on for my guy to come up in here. Oh man. Bro, you stupid man. You come crook. Hold on, what's up with you, bro? I do not know what's up with you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, not to have a home stadium too, bro. It's that's like crazy work right there. Um, it's like crazy work. And if that, I mean, if the Dynamo was doing that, did that, yeah, and if the Dynamo did that for y'all to have that stadium in on that side of town, knowing that they are, you share the stadium um with a university. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Let me see what I can do. Hold on one second. All right. All right. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's see what we got. What we got before we get up in here. I know my man trying to see where he at because I think he's setting this stuff up. Game 2 tonight between the Knicks and the Spurs. Knicks up 1-0 on San Antonio. Uh, Carl Anthony Towns actually had a pretty decent game the other day, and he was able to kind of neutralize Wimbyama. Mm-mm-mm. I think it's about time for the Knicks to. I think it's about time for the Knicks to get that chip. Damn, Champagne about to hit me. I'm trying to see what. But yeah, man, look, with Texas Southern, I think that is crazy though. Uh, I think that is crazy with Texas Southern and what's going on with them. I think they just need to go ahead. Like I said, press the reset button. Press the reset button. Press the button. Press the goddamn button. What you say, Jay White? All right, here you go, Mr. Ford. There you go, Mr. Ford. Oh yeah, I like John. I mean, I love John Starks, especially when he dumped on the whole Chicago Bulls team. Uh, let's get this going too. The Legacy Bowl, the HBCU Legacy Bowl, will be in Atlanta this year. What's going on, Mr. Ford? What's going on?
Hey, you're doing good. I got the TV down. I'm I'm
You
watching.
watching the game?
Yeah, I'm watching your homeboys and them Knicks. Let me turn it down a little bit more. Yeah. I'm. You know what? I'm about to be a fan of that Harper kid, man.
Oh yeah, Dylan Harper.
Yeah, I'm about to be a fan of his, bro. I'm gonna have to go ahead on and pay dues. Yeah, I'm about to be a fan of his. I loved his daddy. Now, I thought his daddy was the truth.
Oh yeah. So I know you heard the news early today that the Legacy Bowl will be in Atlanta for next year.
Oh, okay. So the game, where will the game be played? At the Dome or where?
I don't know where the game will be played, but I do know that it will be in Atlanta.
And what's the date? What's the date for that?
Oh, it's still gonna be in I think it's still gonna be in February.
February. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That'll be real. Yeah. That'll be great here.
It'll come on in It'll be on in February, but yeah, they made the announcement this morning. So I think I like what they doing, kind of expanded,
Right.
send it to, and you could also send them to different places. Because still going to New Orleans, that was a good, that was a cool trip. But to go to Atlanta, I think that's the what we call the Black Mecca, because that's what it is.
Yeah, when I was at Grambling, that's when I was introduced to New Orleans. I love New Orleans because it's so historical, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much history in New Orleans. Our oldest city here in Georgia is Savannah. I think Savannah's like 1733. New Orleans might be 11?
I thought it was I think so. Yeah, because I'm thinking
it's older. Now, I think Savannah, some of the designs is kind of based on New Orleans, but New Orleans is an older city.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me get that. Let me check, see where it is actually going to be at.
Okay. Hey, now this Jay White from Alabama A&M, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, White. I want to know about what y'all doing over there in Normal, Alabama, man, with that football team. I'm trying to be there now when y'all come in and clap upside Howard's head. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be right there.
So yeah, there will be.
Oh, really?
Let me try to see. You're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you're right. Now, what Savannah and New Orleans have in common is that they all have a common history with Haiti.
Right.
Because people don't understand, Haiti is the reason we got the Louisiana Purchase. Because the Haitians did them French, they ran Napoleon's army out from down there. Napoleon sold the Midwestern part of the United States for pennies on the dollar, man. But that was because of the Haitians. But there was also Haitian influence in Savannah and Charleston.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So the game will be taking place at Center Park Stadium, February the 27th. 2027.
Okay. What, I'm sorry. What was that stadium again?
Center Park.
Okay, that's Georgia State. Yeah, Georgia State. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
that's the home of the Swank Miak game too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this right here.
Okay.
So I just talked about Texas Southern not having a permanent men's basketball coach.
They don't? They haven't named anybody?
They haven't named anybody yet.
Oh, listen, that's awful. That's awful. That's awful. And they're supposed to be a basketball school. That's awful. They they probably would have come out better giving it to one of his assistants. Who were his assistants?
So the assistant, they put the interim tag on is Sharon Chapman.
Okay, so he gonna get it for next year?
Yeah, but they got they have a search firm to find the next basketball coach.
Okay. Listen, hey everybody. Hey, I hope everybody's doing fine. I hope you're healthy. Everything is great. How you doing? Hope everybody's doing great. Hey, if you got any questions for me, let me know. If you got any questions.
So yeah, and Texas Southern is the only school in Division I that don't have a permanent men's basketball coach.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, I guess, okay. So you're saying that the interim will have it next year?
He should be able to get it, but he's the interim right now, so he's basically doing everything.
Well, I'm gonna listen, I know some people gonna get mad with me for saying this, but let me say this. You people at Texas Southern, y'all got to get y'all stuff together, because if y'all don't, Prairie View gonna crush y'all in every sport. Because them people at Prairie View, they on a mission. I'm not just talking about football. Them people on a mission now. So listen, you Prairie View, you Texas Southern Tigers, get your shit together now. Because if not, you're gonna get dogged out. Because them people on a mission at Prairie View now. What you say at the plantation, ain't it?
Yeah, it's the plantation.
It's the plantation. You better get your stuff together now. Because, baby, they on a mission down there at Prairie View.
Oh, yeah. Yep, so we got Chuck coming up. I'm waiting on for Troy. But, yeah, we got some other things going on. Of course,
reporting from King Louis and Queen Anna. I heard you all talking about Louisiana. Talking about state.
Yeah.
I had to put that in.
So let's get into it. I had to switch it up a little bit because the main topic is going to be different. Tennessee State and Jackson State is supposed to be playing the John Merritt Classic on August 29th.
Right.
But unfortunately, the Tennessee Titans have a preseason game the same day as the actual football, as the Classic.
What?
Now,
Okay.
now, Doc, Mr. Mona told us last night, and she made us use the word allegedly. Supposedly, the game is going to go to Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. Okay.
Yeah, that the game is going to go to Dudley Field on the campus of Vanderbilt University. Now,
One of
that
my
was
first cousins.
allegedly. I don't know if it's official yet, but that's what she revealed to us last night, that the game is going to go to Vanderbilt, which I think is a better venue for that game.
Grambling played Tennessee State there back in the 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
for
played them
homecoming.
at Vanderbilt in the 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
remember
listen,
that. In 85.
FAMU used to always play them at Dudley
I think it was
Field.
85. Yeah, I think it was 85, 86. Yeah, that was
Well,
85. Yeah.
when Grambling came in '83 and played Tennessee State for Tennessee State's homecoming. That was Richard Dent, I think. I think that was their
Richard Dent in
team.
that group. Yeah.
Dent might have, I don't know. You know what? I might be wrong on that. Dent might have
83.
left. Yeah, it was '83, but Grambling came to Nashville.
Oh, yeah, that was back when Leonard Griffin and all those guys.
Yeah, they played Tennessee State for Tennessee State's homecoming. It was a sellout, but it was at Dudley Field.
Now here's the thing that some other folks done found out too, that the game was announced in January.
Yeah,
right. The game was announced in January. Remember, we all talked. We said we was like, okay, we're gonna be back on the schedule. Okay, what's going on? So if we're gonna be in Memphis or we're gonna be in Nashville or Jackson, whatever. So we said it's gonna be in Nashville. Everybody's doing all their stuff, getting all their rooms and stuff taken care of, flights, hotels. So the thing is that both schools knew about the deal. The Tennessee Titans know about it because the Tennessee Titans, I think they're putting the money up for the Classic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the NFL kind of screwed it over because remember, the NFL schedules don't come out until they don't come out until like April, May.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is something that
can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, yeah, I hear you quite well, Troy. Good evening to you, brother.
Hey, how's it going, Troy?
But I think the NFL they kind of dropped the ball, and I think the Titans should have, but said something to the NFL like, "Hey, we do got a game. There is a game that's going to be played at our stadium on this day. But I know we have this preseason game on this day also because I think it's the second to last preseason game or something. No, I think it's the last preseason game.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Them people knew. Hold on, Doc. We got it on good authority. Them people knew about this a long time ago.
Yeah, the game came out. The game was announced in January,
and they knew in January there was going to be a conflict.
But I don't think But you remember when it comes to your schedule, the NFL schedule, it don't come out until like May.
The source,
listen.
My source from Tennessee State and my mentor told me they knew this was going to be a problem and they had been working on a solution. They just got bad PR people, man.
But I think this is a better venue for that game. If Tennessee State was the power they used to be, say 30, 40 years ago, I could. They would be better to play at Vanderbilt, which supposedly that's where they're going. Now, I used to go to Nashville on a regular basis back in the 70s and 80s and even into the early 90s for football games. And it's a nice city for a big-time football game, I really think that this is going to work out. If in fact they do go to Vanderbilt, I think this is going to be great. I think it's going to work out well for everybody.
Okay, yeah, that's one of my first cousin's wife's alma mater, Vanderbilt.
Yeah. So I think I think this thing can come out smelling like roses. Now, it's going to be a night game, right? Is it going to be a night game or a day game?
It's going to be it's going to be a evening game. So the game was supposed to be.
It's 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock.
I think it's going to be at 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah, that's good time. Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Nashville is a nice place.
Nice city.
Yeah, listen, man. I think that would be great. I just hope they go to Vanderbilt Stadium. I do, because like I told you, I told Mr. Mona last night, one of the greatest games, and I've been watching black college football since the '60s, and one of the greatest games I've ever witnessed was a game in Nashville, 1977. Tennessee State was undefeated. Florida A&M was undefeated. And they met on the campus of Vanderbilt University at Dudley Field. And I think FAMU won the game 31-28. That was Rudy Hubbard versus Big John Merritt. And so I'm telling you, if they are able to go to Vanderbilt Stadium, Dudley Field, I think everything's going to be great. I just hate I can't be there because I can't. That's the same weekend we got. Huh?
And I think it's good because wasn't the FCS National Championship game at Vanderbilt?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was it sure was at Vanderbilt. Who was on that 77 team? Was 747 on that team at Tennessee
He was a freshman. It was Joe 747. It was a guy from New Orleans. They called him Boot Nine. His name was Rodney Park. He went to the Eagles. They had a guy named Stan the Man Johnson. Stan used to kick off. He was an offensive lineman. He went to Cincinnati, I think, but he was from Ohio. Let's see. Oh, they had both of them was loaded with that Florida A&M team had
Florida A&M. Tyrone McGriff.
They had Tyrone McGriff. Tyrone McGriff. Albert Chess was quarterback. They had a guy. He went to the Raiders. His name was Clarence Hawkins. He was on that team. Both of them teams was loaded.
Ike Williams was Ike Williams there?
Yeah, Ike was the starting tail. Clarence was the
father saw all those guys play. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ike. Matter of fact, I think Ike ran for over 1,000 yards that year because he got hurt the next year.
Okay. Tyrone McGriff's wife and I used to work together at Sears. She was in management there, Barbara. She worked there while he was assistant at Grambling under Doug Williams. And, when he was let go and he ended up going back to Florida, he passed away down there.
And
I got
I
to know
his whole career at matter of fact, when I was in high school, he came to FAM. What is it, 75, I think. Because he started early. He was like a captain. He was just a sophomore. And he was captain of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the troop. He was from Vero Beach. That's where he was
Vero
from.
Beach. That's where they went back to Vero Beach when after Grambling, after Doug let him go. And my neighbor, Matthew Reed, would let go. And he ended up going back to Vero Beach teaching down. He passed away.
Yeah, he was doing something else, man.
So right now we don't have anything, but all I know is they allegedly have said that the game might be at Vanderbilt.
That's allegedly right. And nothing's. I don't think it's official.
We don't know. So hopefully we get some news to come out next week because you still got tickets got to go on sale. Tickets got to go on sale.
Oh yeah.
And you got to make sure that you have an actual venue. And also make sure that Vanderbilt ain't got no game plan that weekend there too.
They don't. We checked it last night.
They don't.
They don't have one. That's a great question. I'm glad you answered that, Troy and Doc.
Yeah,
and Mr. Ford. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Let's get into this one right here. This is the big news for tonight. Because this is everything. When I seen it, I was at work and I had already made the thumbnail and everything, and I was like, okay, I seen something. I was like, I would have changed it, but I don't know. So, sports betting integrity violations involving 4 men's basketball student athletes occurred at Alabama State. So the 4 individuals, Mar Knox, Sean Fulcher, Corey Hines, and TJ Matlock, are no longer members.
The coach's son?
Yes.
The coach's son.
Oh, boy.
So they are no longer members of the school's men's basketball team. Well, TJ Matlock is also his eligibility, so he can't really do it.
Okay.
I think
Chris Wright is bringing his own people in.
Sean Fulcher had transferred up to Temple. Temple found out. They exited. So, and they can't compete in NCAA sports, college sports. So, in July 2025, so that was last summer, Temple informed the NCAA enforcement staff that Hines, who had transferred to Temple, was contacted by the FBI and shown text messages concerning a sports integrity issue when he was a student athlete at Alabama State. In October of 2025 and January of 2026, the NCAA enforcement staff interviewed Knox, who reported that Fulcher put other teammates in a group chat in December of 2024 with one or two known bettors, both of whom were later indicted January 14th by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania on wire fraud and bribery charges related to sports contests. The bettor offered the student athletes money for the team to throw its game against Southern Miss the next night. Knox's teammate, including Fulcher, Hines, and Matlock, then participated in a FaceTime call with the bettor the morning of the game, in which Matlock told the bettor he was injured and was not going to play that night. The group agreed on the call to throw the game. Point shaving. Knox reported that he, Fulcher, Hines, and Matlock received a total of $2,000 from the second known bettor for throwing the game against Southern Miss. Each student athlete's violation of ethical conduct rules are level 1. The enforcement staff interviewed Fulcher, who provided false or misleading information when he denied 1, participating in a call with the bettor and sharing information with individuals who were engaged in sports betting, and 2, personally betting on sports. The factual record showed he was paid for participating in a call and providing information to a bettor, and also bet on sports through a daily fantasy site. January of this year, Hines' attorney notified the NCAA enforcement staff that Hines wanted to participate in an interview. During his interview, this is Corey Hines, right? This is Corey Hines. Wow. So he also provided false or misleading information when he denied participating in the call and sharing information with individuals who were engaged in sports betting. The factual record showed he was paid for participating in the call and providing information to an individual who was engaged in sports betting. After the interview, the enforcement staff requested text records from Hines, who did not respond. Matlock, who exhausted his eligibility, declined to participate in an interview with the enforcement staff. Fulcher and Hines were indicted by the Eastern District of Pennsylvania on various fraud charges, including bribery in sports wagering contests, wire fraud, and conspiracy to commit wire fraud for their involvement in the events surrounding the Southern Miss game. So the three players were basically gave bogus information, and then they only left the one player. Basically, I think that would be Amar Knox.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That he cooperated.
Yeah.
So and level one. So level one is a light penalty, right, Troy? If I'm not mistaken, or is this a heavy penalty?
This is only level one for the students only. This is only on the athletic department. I mean, only on the athlete.
Okay.
From my understanding, the only one playing professional ball is the coach's son. He playing overseas, but because his name has come up in a gambling investigation, he's probably going to get pulled. So, and remember, we reported on this before. This ain't new. This is from the same investigation that has been going on since the boy from Florida State got caught up, Terry Rozier. This is all the same little gambling group.
Yeah.
So this ain't, the NCAA just didn't find something new. It's just there were young men at Alabama State that didn't cooperate. So until they knew for sure who did what, they didn't release no names. So when we reported on North Carolina A&T, Texas Southern, Valley, whatever Canada Junior School at PWI school it was, when we reported on all those schools, Alabama State was left out. There were suspicions, but they were left out because people weren't cooperating. When people cooperated, probably when the FBI show up. Everybody want to talk when the FBI show up. So
can you hear me? Can you? Am I on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let me say this, y'all. And I'm not trying to make no excuse for them ball players. If they did do that, that's wrong. But as long as Las Vegas exists, and as long as FanDuel exists, and all these other gambling sites on the internet exist, we gonna have point shaving. And not only we gonna have it in college basketball, we gonna have it in the NBA, the NFL, and everywhere else. Because let me tell you something. To me, the whole system is corrupt. And like I said, I ain't making excuses for them young men, because that did touch us here in Atlanta. One of the kids that was investigated was out at Kennesaw State. And I don't know what happened with his case, but I know he had some problems. They accused him of point shaving this young man out at Kennesaw State. But I'm just going to tell you, if you look at the history of professional sports, I know as far back as the 50s, when you had the scandal at, was it CCNY? You had a scandal with Connie Hawkins. You had a scandal with Hot Rod Williams.
Hot Rod Williams. I remember that. 85.
Scandal at Boston College. I mean,
Headache Smith at Arizona State.
North Carolina State. Shackelford.
As long as we got Vegas and we got FanDuel and all them other gambling sites, listen, point shaving gonna go on.
Yeah.
That's gonna continue to happen.
North Carolina State, Charles Shackelford.
I think that the young men are victims. Because what you read right there, that young man, that sounds like some coercion. Now, listen, you in college and people offering you thousands of dollars, that's temptation. You in college, you're broke, and then they come up talking about how much they can give you. Like I said, now what they did was wrong, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I think them guys are victims.
I think we need to understand, because I think a lot of us as fans who haven't been athletes, the good blessing about me spending my time at Florida State is the athletes that I was around told me everything. Y'all got to understand, these kids, like the ones that ain't getting the occasional under the table money back then, they don't get to work. They can't go out on dates like y'all get to do and hang out and all that stuff. So when temptation comes, they aren't prepared, because for us, no, $2,000 ain't a lot of money. But when you just spent your whole net check on your rent, your lights, and everything else, and somebody say, "Hey, I got a little bit of extra money to put in your pocket," ain't nobody gonna know. That is a temptation. Mr. Ford is right. And so we get caught up in all that ain't no money. It ain't no money to you because you got a cushy lifestyle now. But I remember what it was like to eat $1 hamburgers.
I do
three
too.
of them and that, and eat 3 of them and that. That's my meal for the day.
Ooh, I remember that too.
So we get close to touching the hot stove and we don't want to have a conversation. We're gonna have to start having a conversation about our schools.
Bro, you not turning no money down. If you are broke, poor college student, $2,000 you was not turning down. You're gonna take that money regardless of what you think. But
if our school can get them kids some revenue share money so they can make their life a little bit easier. I know nobody don't want to talk about it, but
you know who's
we're gonna keep coming back here until we do start seriously talking about it.
You know a guy who can talk about gambling. He in the Porsche, but he told me he used to go to his casino. He can give a story. You remember? You all remember 1993? McDonald's High School All-American from New Orleans played at LSU and played the NBA for some time. Randy Livingston.
Yeah, I remember. He was a point guard, big guy.
Yeah, point guard. He and I came out of high school the same year. Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, he gave a story about his gambling addiction, and he said he had to try to go and look for someone. You know, he was trying to ask him if someone knows anyone that could help with his gambling addiction, because he said he almost he said went through a lot of money, and said he almost had a divorce. And
now listen, I know y'all don't forget it, but have y'all forgotten that Michael Jordan had a gambling addiction?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have y'all forgotten that?
I knew that was gonna come.
He had one too now. And I think Barkley had it too.
Yeah, Barkley talked about it himself.
Barkley had it. He said he had to stop. Like he literally had to stop because he said he almost went broke.
Yeah, that's what Livingston was talking about. Livingston said he went through the money, and he's going out now and being an advocate. He's speaking out about it now, and he'll be a great person to have on your shows in the future. If whatever shows you all have, Steve Livingston to come on and talk about it, because he's bringing awareness to that.
Listen, is he coaching? Is Livingston coaching?
Yeah. No, Livingston was coaching at his high school. He was coaching at his high school, Isidore Newman High School. He went to the school with where the Mannings went, but now he's living in Australia. He's coaching. I think he was staying in Australia somewhere. He went abroad, and I think he's working abroad. He coached at Newman. He won 3 straight state championships. See, he played on state championship teams with Isidore Newman.
Now he tore up his knees at LSU or in the pros?
Huh?
Did he tear up his knees at LSU or he tore it up in the NBA? Because he had knee problems.
He messed his knee up. Before he got to LSU. What happened? He was at it was a Converse camp in Detroit after that thing, playing sandlot ball and messed his knee up. Messed around and suffered an injury. It was before he ended up at LSU. He had just graduated from high school. It was one of those camps. I think it was in Detroit. Detroit, if I stand corrected. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was a mind. I remember watching him play.
That brother could play.
Basketball mind. Yeah.
Yeah, he and I talk to each other.
That part right there.
He and I talk to each other. He's one of my Facebook friends, and we came out of high school the same year in 1993. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they said Barkley did. He said he had a casino looking for him, trying to get their money.
He talked about Dr. J. Dr. J, he said Dr. J and Moses Malone had to put their hands on him because of the things he was doing. Yeah, I think he said, I think he kind of told him, hey, all those vehicles he had. He said, take those vehicles back. Say you need only one vehicle. He said Dr. J and Moses Malone took him under their wing.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
He told a story from when he said he met Grant Hill's mom.
I heard that.
And he told her, like, he told Grant, like, you got all this money, like he told his mom, well, y'all don't need to work. And she said, she said, it was something in the sense of the hell I don't. Basically, that's
Yeah,
his
his mother.
Yeah, that was
Hillary
his mother.
Clinton's roommate.
Yeah, she was from New Orleans. She's deceased
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, she's passed on. She was an
Yeah,
attorney.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, she was from New Orleans.
Hillary
They were
Clinton's
that
roommate,
school was called
college
Smith
roommate.
College. They went to
Yeah.
Smith College.
Well,
It's
that
one of the
was
7 sister schools up
okay.
there in that
Okay.
New England area.
Okay.
but yeah, sports period has a gambling culture. You know what I'm
That's what I'm
saying?
saying. I mean, it's corrupt. The whole system is corrupt. The whole system. I like I said, I
Oh,
think
it
that
is.
they make the kids, they make them the victims.
Yeah.
But long as Vegas and FanDuel and all that other stuff, they gonna always be tempting kids to
And
throw
it's
Now,
going to be on
games.
television. That's why we're watching these games. It's going to be on television. It'll be advertising it. You were right, Mr. Ford.
now, I would say these kids right here, you say they're the victim, but they knew what they were doing.
Oh, yeah, but I'm
I'm gonna be
just
honest.
saying as far as that money thing,
Yeah, the money thing.
yeah, that money thing, you offering kids who ain't got no money, I mean, that's gonna be hard to turn down. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's their prerogative. Who
Oh,
was that?
yeah.
Wasn't that Bobby Brown?
Bobby Brown, my prerogative. Yeah.
Bobby Brown said, "My prerogative." He right. Nobody put a
So
gun to their head.
Yeah.
then also another question around, had arisen up was that did did Coach Matlock know about this?
I think they cleared him pretty fast.
They cleared him. Yeah, they cleared him because his decision to go to Memphis was already made because he had already talked to Penny about being an assistant coach at Memphis. So,
Hey.
Well, basically, the AD told him he had to get rid of the whole staff. I mean, that wasn't a decision made by Penny. Because
Hey.
at Memphis State now, that's their top sport is men's basketball.
Oh,
And they had
yeah.
a dreadful year. Penny got all that talent up there because ever since he been there, he might have the most talented team since he been up there. Okay. And then they didn't do nothing this year. That AD told him to get rid of all them assistants. Get rid of everybody. Get rid of everybody. And if you don't improve, we might get rid of you.
Mr. Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Ford, you were talking about gambling, talking about a lot of them, the temptation. Lipson did talk about he grew up in the St. Bernard projects in New Orleans. He said, Newman, that's a private school, that's where the Mannings went to school,
So,
and Odell Beckham went there, OBJ. And he talked about, he said going there, he said he'd go there, they go and play, the shooting craps. They say bring money, so those white boys, they bringing he said bringing big money in there and they're shooting. He said, he thinking Newman, well, with this reputation, and it said they were bringing all that money to school and just shooting and winning money and all that, and he said it was telling me they'd be out there doing all of this. What he was just talking about in one of the stories, and I think it was in Times Picayune. He was just talking about that, coming from St. Bernard Project, not seeing that money here. He's seeing these guys with that money, and he said that all this stuff is looking great.
Yeah, it looked great for a minute, but shoot,
Yeah, that's what he was
that
saying.
money ain't no long money. That just short pass right there.
That's what he was saying.
That's like being in the dope game.
Yeah,
that's right. That's what it's like. Yeah, that's what it's like.
It ain't no long money. It's fast money. It's easy money, but it ain't long.
Oh yeah. I thought my school right there. I went to Catholic school. I saw, people I went to school with family-owned businesses and all, and they come to school doing that kind of stuff, shooting dice, and they do that shooting dice and they had coming with those. I saw those bills. Yeah.
Yeah, that it's so when you think about it, whoo.
Yeah.
It's a lot to think about. But now
It is.
So now the ones that still had eligibility, they can't play no more. Can't play. So now what are we looking at? We looking at How do you clean up college sports as far as when it comes to the sport, the gambling? Because
Don't
we
let them
talk
bet
about
on the game. Don't be no more lines on the game. That's
Yeah.
what I say. You got to shut Vegas and all them out. Shut them
Yeah.
out. Because as long as they involved, people gonna be tempted. Because I'm telling you right now, Vegas ain't nothing but the mob anyway. So
that's what's built around that kind of thing.
that's all it's about. But anyway, don't let them bet on college sports. That's how you could clean it up.
So
yeah. It's on television. You get the commercials on here, like
Oh
watching
man,
NBA games.
listen,
All these
FanDuel
games,
is
you're gonna
on
see it.
every 10
FanDuel
minutes.
gonna be on there. Gonna be on
Every
there
10 minutes,
24/7.
FanDuel got a commercial.
Yeah, and they have another one that's out now. That's online betting, and U3, and I started looking. I said, man, boy, this is very tempting to do that. I said, I hope and that started what we were just talking about. What you were talking about, Troy and Doc and Mr. Ford. I said, I hope it's not tempting any of these guys out here.
There is a young man in Lubbock, Texas.
I'll get ready to say that. So.
Fighting for his eligibility because he is addicted to gambling.
And ain't no way that guy should be allowed to come back. He got to pay some kind of price. Now, there's got to be some kind of repercussion. Because what he did that's out in the open. A newborn baby know what that quarterback did. Everybody knows that. Listen, he got to pay a price, man. He got to pay a price. He needs to go to the Gambling Anonymous for a year or something. But he should not be allowed to come back to Texas Tech.
Yeah. Man, I heard about that story. Been all over the place. Many outlets have been talking about
it. He got to pay some kind of price, man.
Yeah, it's been all over the place. All media outlets talking about it.
He needs to be barred. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if he was our color, he'd be barred.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he'd be barred, bro.
Oh yeah. I think about Connie. You talking about Connie Hawkins? What happened to him?
Yeah, Connie Hawkins. What him?
Yeah. And if
but what was going on Connie Hawkins' day? He didn't even know that he
didn't even know this. He's kind of innocent. From
he was out at Iowa, I think, because he had been
Iowa.
playground star in New York, and then he went out to Iowa.
Yeah, University of Iowa. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the FBI and all them came in on him too.
Oh yes. He ended up playing the ABA, and then
he started with the Globetrotters.
He started Globetrotters under the ABA and the NBA.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're looking at that, that's always gonna be a touch. It's a touchy subject, but like I said,
it is.
Hey, you gotta eliminate. You just gotta eliminate all the foolishness and the nonsense coming from, like you said, coming from Vegas.
Yeah, man, you know how many games I've walked in local high school and football game and people gambling in the stands. I went to a high school football, not football, it was basketball. And the drug dealers was there, they was betting on shots.
Oh yeah. And like I said, I'm not, right here where I am, Vicksburg is not far. Vicksburg, Mississippi has casinos, and in the other direction, westerly direction, Shreveport and Bossier City, Louisiana. And Vicksburg, Mississippi in the easterly direction, and people go to these casinos from Monroe, and a lot of them have lost their end up losing their homes as a result of going to these places.
Addiction. Yeah, it is an addiction.
Oh yes,
it's an addiction.
One in my neighborhood lost their home. Yeah.
So, whoo, that's a lot to say now.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot to take in. Let's go with this. We storylines. Let's go with this. I did say we're gonna talk about this, Troy, yesterday. Storylines for the MEAC this season. MEAC football. Give me a storyline, Mr. Ford.
Will what's his name? Tennis Barry go for the triple. What is it? The triple P, 3P?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Will he win it for the third year in a row? Because it looked like he gonna do it. and he'll come back to the Celebration Bowl for the third straight year, right?
Third straight, I know he lost the first one.
I'm saying but he's been in the last 3 Celebration Bowl. South Carolina State has been there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean the last two they've been there.
That's 2 because he
So I'm
lost to
saying
Jackson State
the
and
thing is,
then beat
they
Prairie
gonna are they gonna what we said 3-peat or triple Pete or whatever? That's a storyline of the MEAC to me.
Probably back to back, because he lost that
They've
first one to
done the
Jackson
back to
State.
back. They won the MEAC back to back. Now they're going for 3 straight years.
For MEAC. I see what you're saying. MEAC championship.
Yeah, for the MEAC.
Okay. I see. I was thinking about Celebration Bowl. Okay,
Personally, I think he's gonna do it. Because listen, now if it was a second storyline, it's got to be Michael Vick.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, it's got to be Michael Vick. I mean,
Michael.
That was horrible last year. I mean, he got to get better because I think isn't Vic the highest paid HBCU coach?
He is. Is it him or Vault?
He was like Troy right now with the headset on. Like Troy wearing the headsets right now. That's why Vic was looking at him. He was just confused with that headset on. I know it's him in that game when they played.
That's the second thing about the MEAC. But the first one is that's that football program at South Carolina State. Are they gonna repeat? They're going for third straight year.
You're right, Mr. Ford. Vic is at 400 per season.
Yeah, so he the second one. He the second storyline. Because he got to win at least 6 games now. They got to win 6 games next year. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to win 6 games.
If Marshall Faulk wins more games than Michael Vick does,
something wrong right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. I know that Vic went and shook up his staff. I saw that. I read an article. I think it was Gaither or somebody wrote it. He shook up his staff. Yeah, he shook up his staff.
The dumbest thing he did was have that reality show because we know why he shook up that staff. Like the whole world saw why he.
Was that the one on BT, Troy?
It was.
Yeah,
it was. I didn't watch that thing all last season.
I didn't watch it either, man.
I was like, well, let me check it out because it might be kind of cool. Man,
yeah, I didn't even watch it. Yeah,
I was excited when Vic got hired, but seeing that show, it's professional coaches are professional coaches for a reason. They have done the work. They have apprenticed. They have gone through the grind.
They paid their dues.
All right, mine would be, what will it look like for Delaware State's year 2 under Deshaun Jackson?
That's a great question.
Oh yeah.
Another one will be, my next one will be, who's going to be the starting quarterback at North Carolina Central?
Yeah, now that Walker Harris is gone. Yeah,
Walker's gone. And so is what's his name? Matt Leone is gone.
Matt Leone's going to Tennessee State.
Yeah. So I mean, but they got a good one. The guy from Alabama State is really good. He's good.
Yes,
Who's Barnett?
What's his name? Barnett, right?
Barnett. Yeah, he used to be at North Carolina A&T one time.
Yeah, he's really good, man.
And he's at Alabama State. Okay.
Alabama State averaged 35 or 40 points last year, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They averaged like 30 some points last season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was good, man. He and Andrew Body was a combination, bro.
They were.
Yeah. But now let me say this, Doc. Let me say this. That guy that's at Central, that guy's a winner, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, Trey. I've never worried about him. He's kind of overshadowed now by Chennis Berry, but that guy's a winner, man. That guy's really good. Trey Oliver's real good. I really don't worry about him.
What you got for me, Troy?
So I'm just gonna state the obvious. We know Morgan State got a talented quarterback coming out of Florida, out of Jacksonville, Reigns, a state champion.
Reigns, yeah, William Reigns.
They have no business having issues on the offensive side of the ball, at least from the quarterback position.
Who's the offensive coordinator at Morgan?
They had a great defense there, Morgan.
Who is that? Yeah.
It's saying Apollo Wright.
Oh, okay. Because what the defense coordinator's name is Sewell? Is it Sewell?
Yeah, Anton.
Anton Sewell. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he came from Fernandina High School. That's how they listen. The offensive coordinator, he's from Fernandina High School.
Okay.
He knows that Jacksonville area. He has gotten talent from that Jacksonville area. It all makes sense now. He's gotten talent from that Jacksonville area.
Okay.
If they don't do nothing on offense, Morgan State got to look at their head coach.
Yeah, Damon Wilson, he's been there. They can't get it together at this point. Yeah, it's not Bowie State. You're on this level now. They expect too much of him.
So, I know, like, Banks is a friend of the show. Good people, but I ain't trying to hear that no more.
Hey, Troy, Doc, and Mr. Ford, Banks and Erica, they were on the show last night. And boy, they going at it
last night.
Morgan State and Howard, man, I fell out laughing at home, man. I was just falling out. And Joshua Sims was on the screen. He was on as well. Yeah, he been an instigator. Hey, boy, it was so funny.
Until Morgan win the MEAC outright,
yeah,
they deserve everything they get. Because they had a bunch of what they had 2 years ago, 6 one-score losses?
Yeah.
Like they were less than a touchdown. I think half of them was like by 3 points or something. Something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
And I get it. Everybody wanna talk about, the MEAC only got 6 teams. That means your margin for error is small. And I was drinking the Morgan State Kool-Aid 2 years ago, and I'm knowing what they got on offense. They better produce. That's all I know.
Well, shoot, that's all 6 right there. We not really saying.
Because it's the MEAC. That's why they
have
have
the
sneaker balls.
Yeah. And mine is going to be can Ted White bring it again?
Oh yes,
Ted White. What is he going to do with Howard? Can he? I know now that that's Larry Scott is gone. Try to see can he do something with Howard?
The fan base is happy with that hire. The alumni is happy.
I watched him play at he's from Baton Rouge. I watched him play at Howard.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
We hear you quite well, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, that Morgan. Listen, I've said this for the last 4 years. Morgan State is a quarterback and an offense coordinator away from winning the MEAC. They got the defense. They got one of the best defenses in FCS.
Man, that defense, they strong.
But
man.
every year it's the same thing. They don't have a dynamic quarterback. And the second thing is, I'm never impressed with the offense coordination. If they could get their offense coordination and get like a Devontae Kincaid or one of them big time quarterbacks that's come through the SWAC. They don't have that. Like you say, and every year they play so close, but it's like their offense is like watching their offense is like watching paint dry.
Paint dry.
That's their offense.
Let me grab this young man's name. I can't remember his name.
So who is the offense coordinator at Morgan State?
What is Apollo's last name?
Now, what's his background? What's his biography? Where is he from?
He's from the Jacksonville area. He's from Jacksonville
no,
area.
I'm saying the offense coordinator. Who's the
the offensive coordinator? He's from his last from 22 to 23, he was the head coach at Fernandina Beach High School. He was the quarterback coach and quarterback coach and special teams coordinator in New Mexico from 2015 to 2019.
Oh, Lobos.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And then from he go all the way back to 2013 in New Mexico. He went from running backs coach to quarterback coach, and then he was a high school head coach at Fernandina Beach.
So is he the missing link? Is he the missing link?
He was under Mike Loxley then.
Oh, Mike Loxley, yeah, Loxley did coach at New Mexico.
If he was at New Mexico in the early 2010s, he was under Mike Loxley.
Yeah, he had Loxley had some issues there.
Well, hopefully, because let me tell y'all something. Morgan State got more money than anybody. That lady, Bezos' ex-wife, gave them a bunch of money. And their president and all them have made it known they want them to be outstanding academically. They're getting ready to open a medical school, but they also have said they want to be major in sports. But I'm telling you, he has got to get that offense. He got to get an offense coordinator, and they have not had an outstanding quarterback. You can't win in black college football without an outstanding quarterback because we're lacking at other positions. You ain't gonna win no championships and you ain't got no big time quarterback. That's not working. That ain't happening. Mm-hmm. You got to have a big time quarterback.
Oh, look! Hold on. Look at these names. Listen, on purpose, I didn't look at Morgan State's roster until we got closer to the season. But as I'm just looking for the quarterback from Jacksonville Reigns. I'm seeing kids from Lakeland, Bowles High School in Jacksonville. I'm looking at 12 players from Florida. It ain't no excuse.
Has some good ball players. Yeah.
It ain't no excuse. Oh, they not listing the quarterback. He's not listed on the roster right now. But these other kids, Mason Flowers. That's not him. Hold on, let me go back up. Jalen Green Scarver. Jacksonville, 6'3" cornerback out of Jacksonville, Inglewood High School. They got some talent on here. Ennis Jr., Cosmos Ennis Jr. from Jacksonville Bowles. No. Y'all got too much talent.
The talent hadn't been the problem at Morgan. It's been inept coaching on the offense and a lack of a dynamic playmaker at quarterback. That's been Morgan's problem. I know I've been watching Morgan closer to the last 4 years. That defense is superb.
But if they've been in a coaching shit, they should have just kept Tyrone Wheatley as the head coach.
He didn't want to be there. Tyrone just took that. Tyrone wanted to be in the NFL. Where is he now? Is he at Michigan? Where is he?
What happened to Tyrone Wheatley?
He didn't want to be there. I mean, he took the job and all, but as soon as he got a chance to get out of there, he left. Now, they got to listen, I like Coach Wilson. The biggest problem with Coach Wilson's program is offensive coordination and the fact that they have not pulled in that Ted White, Jay Walker type quarterback. That's their problem.
Mr. Ford, I am telling you right now, and I cannot think of his name. He signed with them because he was supposed to sign at Florida A&M, but the whole shakeup happened. And Quinn wanted to bring in his guys. That kid from Jacksonville Reigns.
I remember.
Is their dynamic quarterback.
Okay.
They have no excuse on offense this year. No.
Okay. Mr. Edward, I think don't get me wrong, they got some good they got some talented players there.
Hey, Jacksonville has some talent, man.
Listen, there's 2 schools in Jacksonville, 2. Bowles, because Bowles is the private school. They got money to
That's
go buy
Chipper
them some
Jones
players.
school.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where
Bowles,
Chipper Jones went.
Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, that's
And
where he went.
And they got Jacksonville Reigns. Reigns is
Oh,
all
Reigns.
the hood kids, all the dogs.
William Reigns.
That's
Yeah.
Jacksonville Reigns.
They got those band members that the Marching 100 came out of William Reigns.
Yeah, he had Illinois. But
yeah,
when in December, because we reached out because the wide receiver coach had a whole lot of issues with nobody contacting that young man from FAMU while the transition was going on. And so I reached out to him like, hey, everything good? Anybody reached out? He was like, yeah, there's been some communication, but I don't know. And that's when, like, probably 2 weeks later, he had signed with Morgan.
William Reigns. That's a school that that's where Harold Carmichael went to high school.
You know, I don't like
a lot of folks
quarterbacks.
went to Reigns, man. I think Kenny Burroughs went to Reigns.
Burroughs, yeah, that's what I was wondering. I know
Yeah,
Harold
a lot of
Carmichael
folks went to
Jacksonville.
Reigns, man.
Yeah,
You know, Jacksonville.
Yeah,
A lot of folks went to Reigns. That used to be back in the day. The Reigns and the Reebok players would go to FAMU.
Reebok, yeah, they went to FAMU. That's where the band members
wouldn't even let them guys out of Jacksonville. They went straight to FAMU.
if Bobby Bowden didn't think they could play at Florida State, he made sure that Billy Joe knew about them kids at Reigns. Made sure.
Yeah. Because Reigns always was one of the top track schools in America, too. They always had them outstanding track programs.
Yeah. Where did Ken Riley go? I know he's from Jacksonville.
No, Ken Riley was from Bartow.
Okay.
He was from Bartow, Florida.
Yeah, I know he's from, Alvin Wyatt, Shine Wyatt is from Jacksonville. But yeah, from that school, I know the rival school of FAMU.
But Zach, what's that kid's name? He's not just regular. Ask Miami Northwestern about him. He ain't just regular.
Oh man, that's a powerhouse, man.
He is not regular. He won a state title.
I saw some films on that guy. I saw that guy.
Oh, that Northwestern. What is Miami Central like now? I mean, they used to be tough, and I'm a Booker Washington out of Miami.
Miami Central still tough.
That's
still tough.
What them brothers Cook, Devin Cook now.
Devin Cook.
They had a brother named James Cook.
Alvin and James Cook.
Yeah, that's their school.
Yeah.
Miami Central.
Oh man, there's some powerhouses there. And Fort Lauderdale, with St. Thomas Aquinas and American Heritage.
When you see an HBCU school have those players, Timothy Cole, that's his name. When you see HBCU schools have those players from those programs on their roster, whoever the recruiting coordinator is knows his stuff. He got connections to people to get them to go all the way up to Morgan State.
But them kids in Florida go anywhere.
Get them out of Florida. You get some.
Let me tell you something. You go to any state in the union and you look at their football program, they got at least 2 kids from Florida. Because now everybody know the best running backs in the nation gonna come out of Florida. That's one thing Florida gonna have. They're gonna have the best running backs in the nation. And a lot of them ain't gonna get no higher. Because you got to remember, Florida got over 21 million people. It's enough athletes down there for everybody, just like Texas. It's California, I think, got 38 million. They got enough athletes for everybody.
There's no reason for even that school in Daytona, there is not a reason that every school in the state of Florida should not have a winning season.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, they come out of Florida and right here in my state gonna be, if they come out of New Orleans, they are all around.
The guy who recruited Florida the best on that level was that guy. He's at Edward Waters now. When he was at he was at
Brian Jenkins.
Brian Jenkins.
Brian did a really good job of recruiting Florida.
Brian Jenkins.
He did a really great job down there. I'm waiting to see what Coach Woody, what's going on with him. Like I said, it's no reason for Florida State to be languishing like they are. But here's the thing. They don't have a head coach. That guy done nothing to be head coach of Florida State. He has no presence. Okay, he gets on TV and he act like he, like a little boy that's shame or something. But as long as he's at Florida State will continue to be a punching bag of somebody's homecoming.
Week 3, and I celebrate week 3.
Wow.
Yeah, he got it. Like I told you, the guy, I said this 3 years ago. Kirk Narduzzi, Pitt Panthers, bring him to Tallahassee.
Oh, Pat Narduzzi? Oh, yeah.
Kirk Narduzzi.
Yeah. Because Narduzzi came from, what, Michigan? Was it
Michigan State? He was under
D'Antonio?
Mike D'Antonio.
Yeah, he was
Mark D'Antonio.
Mark D'Antonio. He was D'Antonio's defense coordinator.
Yeah, Mark D'Antonio. Yeah. Yeah, they were a defensive team. That's what he was, a defensive
Listen, he do
coach at D'Antonio.
One thing about Narduzzi and them, everything they do is from the NFL. Everything they do is from the NFL.
Man, so let's get some storylines in Division 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Let's go to that. Let's go to our neck of the woods in the SIAC.
Auburn State gonna go from being 2 games away from the national championship. Now they're probably gonna win 2 games. Because I don't think this guy's gonna do nothing down there.
Please pay attention to Edward Waters.
Yeah,
Edward Waters.
And they are reloading.
But the quiet thing about Edward Waters is they trying to win in every sport. They got a commitment to almost every sport. I'm talking about girls basketball, everything. Somebody down there at Edward Waters in administration
and the president
wants to be a powerhouse.
And that president, I like that president they have at Edward Waters. He's a big sports fan.
Yeah,
he's not your typical president.
They want to be a powerhouse.
Yeah, he's not your typical. A lot of these presidents kind of stuck in their ways. They're not sports people, and they kind of snooty attitudes. He's not like that. And I found out they talked about we joke about Morehouse. You talking about the SIAC. Harold Ellis was on he's on Dr. Cavill's show yesterday, and AD Drew is there in the athletic department there, and he said that they want to make it. They said they're academic schools, but they said they want to make an athletic school. They said the president, Dr. Bowman, is into.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
As long as Morehouse and Clark Atlanta University don't join the SWAC, with all that money they can make, they still dumb.
And they had the money.
The administration at Morehouse is dumb, and the administration at Clark is dumb. Let me tell you something. The SWAC has asked them and told them they want an outfit or 2 outfits in Atlanta. Atlanta is second only to DC. Well, it goes between Atlanta and Dallas. They have the second highest number of individuals who have graduated from an HBCU. So let me just say this about Morehouse, and let me say this about Clark, my school. As long as they don't take that man's offer, they all dumb. They all dumb. Because let me tell you something. If Morehouse joins the SWAC, do you know that's a packed house every week? That's Jackson State. You bring Jackson. Then the next week, that's Suffolk. Then the next week, that's Alabama State. Then the next week, that's FAMU. Then the next week, you bringing in all. Listen, that's millions of dollars on the table that they missing out on. So I'm gonna say it again. As long as they don't take that man's off in the SWAC, they dumb. Morehouse and Clark, they dumb.
Hey. Yeah, that's why I say, we joke about Howard and Morehouse in those schools, man. And you took me, Mr. Ford. You make it so funny when you start talking about them.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Exactly. He's telling the truth.
You got let me tell you something. Listen, them games would be so big at Morehouse, they would have to move them games to Georgia State or either Georgia Tech. They wouldn't be able to. Listen, if Southern came here, Southern would pack out Morehouse's stadium without the Morehouse people. Man.
On that one side.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
They'd be standing all around that place.
They are dumb. And see, it would be easier for Morehouse, cheaper for Morehouse, because they don't have women's sports. So
it's
I'm
all
going to say it again. Morehouse is dumb and Clark is dumb.
So my storyline is: can Kentucky State repeat the magic from last season?
No. They are
listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. They got bigger fish to fry. Them white folk trying to take over Kentucky State, man.
Oh, that's what's happening. They're doing like Tennessee State.
Boys right now gonna take a back seat because what them white folk trying to do is turn Kentucky State into a junior college. That's what they trying to do up there. They got bigger fish to fry up there in Frankfurt, bro. They got some that MAGA group up there. They trying to do Kentucky State in.
And I see they playing Southern. They playing Southern this year.
Yep.
Who is it? Kentucky State.
Kentucky. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Felton Huggins. Felton Huggins, the coach at Kentucky State, is from Zachary. Played at Southeastern Louisiana University. By the way, his father and my father were roommates at Grambling when my dad was in the band. His father played baseball at Grambling. Felton Huggins Sr. And yes, Doug Williams' hometown, Zachary, outside of Baton Rouge.
Oh yeah,
and that'll be homecoming for Felton Huggins Jr. I remember when he played at Southeastern. Yeah,
like I said, man, they got bigger fish to fry at Kentucky State because them folks is trying to do them in.
I've been hearing the stories about what's going on.
Yeah, they're trying to turn them into a junior college.
Yeah, they're going to take over.
Can Tuskegee restore the roar?
No.
In the
no.
We're not serious.
No. As long as Ruffin is down there, and as long as the number one person they got to get out of Tuskegee, and I don't know, I think the president is still enamored by him. But as long as Ruffin is the AD and the number one spokesperson for Tuskegee Athletic, Tuskegee is going to continue to languish. And it's really sad because Tuskegee is the winningest HBCU in America. And the tradition, the history, the culture, all that. They the first historically Black university to have a marching band. Okay?
Yeah.
Their history goes way back. They play in the oldest, the classic between Tuskegee and Alabama State is the oldest Black college classic in America.
Yeah, that's an old game.
That Turkey Day. So as long as Ruffin is down there, they ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing.
That's a shame. They got them lights for no reason.
There you go.
For no reason.
But they gotta move Ruffin. Ruffin's gotta be. You know what? There people was telling me that up here, and you know what? I've come to agree with them. He has got to go.
Hey,
and as long as they playing with him, that program is gonna languish.
Hey, you three. Tuskegee is going the way of like their fellow alumnus song back in the 70s, "Slippery When Wet," the Commodores. Listen to me, brother. It's slippery when wet. That's what's happening at Tuskegee. You know, Ron LaPree just passed away, bass player. Yeah. It's slippery when wet.
Let's see. We got in the CIAA.
You know, it's got to be Johnson C. Smith. And you know, Dr. Parker and them gonna be tough up there at Virginia Union. But right now it's Johnson C. Smith. Didn't they got two Division I quarterbacks that transferred to somebody came from UCLA.
Yeah,
one from UCLA going to Johnson C. Smith.
Yeah, going to Johnson C. Smith. It's two of them. I don't know where the other ones come from. I know one came from UCLA.
Yeah, I think that dude was like 6'5".
Yeah. So listen, it's going to probably be Dr. Parker because he comes up with good teams up there, Virginia Union.
Oh,
and then it's going to be and then it's going to be Flowers at Johnson C. Smith.
Yeah, Flowers done.
And then you can probably throw in. You can throw in
Troy. I don't see him staying long.
I told you. Listen. Y'all said that we shouldn't be talking about folks' job, but let me tell you something. Them people down there at Arkansas Pine Bluff need to get their money together, put a package together, and make an offer to Maurice Flowers. Get that money together now. Put your money where your mouth is.
UAPB is school. They made a showing in baseball. They said, "Hey, you can do some football too." They made some noise in baseball.
Oh, they look good in baseball.
Logan Stout has done a great job.
They look good. But my thing is, listen, Put your money together like Southern
Yeah.
did, like Jackson did, like FAMU did. Put your money together like Prairie View did. Put your money, get your package together. Offer this guy a nice package and then offer a nice package for a system. That's what it's all about now. You can't just pay for a head coach. You got to pay for a head coach and his staff. That's what
Yeah.
you got to do.
CIAA. What about Fayetteville State?
Fayetteville State. That's
Yeah,
what you're ready to go with.
Fayetteville State.
Can Winston-Salem State repeat the season that they had last year?
Who's the coach at Winston-Salem now?
You know what? I need to ask Steven. I've been chopping up with him on.
I don't know, Livingstone. Sean Gilbert. What's the guy? Sean. He's at Livingstone.
Yeah, Sean Gilbert is at Livingstone.
But I'm saying, who's the coach at Winston-Salem?
Torrey Woodbury.
Oh yeah,
Torrey Woodbury's back.
You know what? Torrey might build something, man. Torrey might build something.
Oh, Woodbury's back there at Winston-Salem State. Okay.
Yeah. Torrey might build something.
He was at Norfolk with Michael Vick, right?
He was the special teams coordinator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah, we got a lot of storylines for this season on all levels, even in independents.
Virginia State. What is Virginia State?
Let me tell you this, Doc.
I forgot about Dr. Henry Frazier.
Dr. Henry Frazier, Virginia State.
But let me tell you something, Doc. I'm for all them conferences, but all eyes is going to be on the SWAC, baby. And I'm going to say this to all of you, and like I told Mr. Mona, the 3 best teams in HBCU football next year are all in the SWAC. They're all in the SWAC. And I'm for the CIAA, for the MEAC, and for the SIAC. But baby, all eyes going to be on the SWAC this year. Because I tell everybody, 25 was a great season. 26 going to be even better. We got 3 teams right now could beat South Carolina State. We got 3.
Maybe 2 because
no, we got 3, bro.
We got to find out after the Orange Blossom Classic. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, we got 3.
About the referee flags again.
I'm telling you, we got 3 can beat South Carolina State right now.
Yeah, FAMU was playing South Carolina State in the Orange Blossom Classic.
Second game of the season. Labor Day weekend.
I went to OBC. I went there in 2021 when Jackson State and FAMU played. I was at that game in Miami. That's the only time I've ever been to Miami.
Hey, Chuck said I can't do Miami no more. It's too expensive, too hot.
Listen.
Yeah, hey, what happened? I had to cut a deal. Man, I had to go and look during the summer. I saw some good hotel. I looked at the price. I said, I'm gonna go and get this now during the summer. And that's an expensive
Bet your
place.
eyebrows, Zach. Bet your eyebrow.
It is expensive, Doc. You're right about that.
Oh Lord.
I
went on hotels.com, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all the secret of Miami, and I hate to say this. Do all of your other planning except your hotel planning in advance. Book you a hotel, but be ready to cancel that hotel and book somewhere else because the prices are gonna go down the week of by almost 33%. Little secret. I found that out at Orange Blossom Classic last year. I found that out at Homecoming in Tallahassee. And I found that out at the Classic. I had booked these expensive behind hotels only to go back on the Marriott app and the Hilton app. And I'm like, wait a minute, why is the Hilton $80 cheaper than it was, a month ago? So
a month ago, I see what you're talking about, Troy.
Yeah, people cancel or they don't book up, so they try and drop the rate to get people to come in.
Yeah, okay. People want to come down. They want to go to the beach and they want to sip on the cocktails and all the other stuff. And
stop trying to stay at the expensive beaches. what's the little white dude, the little Jimmy Buffett Hotel, Margaritaville.
Margaritaville, to my Jimmy Buffett. Yeah,
the Jimmy Buffett Hotel, Margaritaville. You can stay at Margaritaville.
Margaritaville.
Less than you can the Hilton, closer to the game. And it's only
Parrot Head.
20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes away from the stadium. So, and it's a brother that, listen, if you were in a relationship, you got a wife, whatever, if you get down there early, there is a young brother that does boat tours right by the hotel. I think it's like 3 hours is like $100 or something like that. Very, very nice. You go, you see all the wonderful houses, nice little boat tour. When Doc, I'll send you his information when I get a chance to pull it up. But yeah, it's you ain't got to spend $1 million in Miami. You can spend
Sunday's Eatery.
Yeah, on a weekend. I'm a little over the top with it, but on a weekend with parties and everything, I probably spend like $1,100 for the whole the hotel, tickets, everything.
Well, listen, guys, I just want to commend the Orange Blossom Classic people for bringing in South Carolina State. I mean, what you bringing in the defending national champions, the Celebration Bowl winner. I just thought that was so great that they did that they picked South Carolina State and was able to pull that off. Because, baby, let me tell you something. It's going to be a lot of eyes on that TV for that game. Because that game's going to tell us that's going to tell us a lot about South Carolina State, and it's definitely going to tell us a lot about the Rattlers.
I won't. Don't forget, South Carolina State. Y'all got to bring y'all people. Y'all got to bring y'all people, and the people in Miami,
they claim they will, but you got to remember, South Carolina State doesn't have the kind of SWAC following that we're used to. They don't have a following of a FAM. They don't have the following of a Southern. They don't have the following of a Jackson. They don't even have the following of an Alabama State. So whatever you get, I think you got to be satisfied with. Because you got to remember now, South Carolina State at the most is maybe 3,000 students? Is it that many? How many students what's the enrollment in South Carolina State?
I think it's like close to a little bit over 3,000, right?
Because one time they were down to 2,000 and something.
2025 enrollment. 3,424 as of 2025.
Right.
Yeah, so they went back up and they went back to little rise in their enrollment.
Now, here's the thing. People are going to come out and see them, okay, because they got to check out Quinn, okay? You got a million Rattlers down there in that South Florida area, okay? And then they got to see what FAM looks like.
But they're going to look like, they're not going to postseason.
It's a new sheriff in town. It's a new sheriff in town. So I don't think attendance is going to be a problem. I don't. Now, my problem is 3 o'clock, that's the heat of the day. You in Miami, people are going to be falling out.
Man, I was down. It was hot, man.
People are going to be falling out. I mean, it was bad one year. I was watching the game and the band members were falling out.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it'll be like last year. I'm hoping that the rain will come in.
Yeah.
It rained on me in 2021.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the rain will come in like it did last year, and it cooled off a lot. It cooled off a lot, and then by the time we got midway through the game, it was the evening. So I'm hoping that happened again.
What was the starting time last year?
Wasn't it at 3 o'clock?
3 or 4 o'clock, yeah.
3 or 4, okay. And it was on a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Troy, have you eaten at Trick Daddy's place?
Are you talking about the Orange Blossom Classic?
Orange Blossom Classic. We played the same day as Florida State.
It was on a Sunday.
It was on Sunday. It was Sunday when I went in 2021. No, it was Sunday when I went in 2021.
No, I'm talking about last year. Wasn't it on a Saturday? It was on a Saturday because Howard won the game.
Yeah, Howard
won the game. It was on a Saturday. I watched the game.
I watched that game. Yeah.
I thought it was on a Sunday.
No. The Dion year it was on a Sunday, I think.
Yeah.
But it was last year it was on a Saturday because I watched
it.
Howard
won it.
Yeah, because
it was
Saturday. I watched that game.
Yeah.
Hey Troy, have you been to Sunday's Eatery or Trick Daddy's place right there by the stadium?
I have. It's really good. Do not try to go during Orange Blossom Classic.
Yeah,
everybody's
man.
gonna be there.
Let me
They
ask
had
this
those
question
lines.
since you brought up Trick. Why in the world was the AKAs fooling with Trick Daddy? Can somebody explain that to me?
They should have had him cooking instead. Don't have him up there
Why
rapping
would
to
the
you. Let him
AKAs
cook
be
for you.
dealing with Trick Daddy
So
and then be surprised at what he was saying?
I'm gonna tell you what.
You don't know Nan.
Ask grandma and aunt told me.
Okay.
It
what?
was a
Shut
celebration of Florida music, so it wasn't just Trick. It was some other Florida artists too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
So,
was all about. Luke
because
was there
they was
too.
down there. Trick is the biggest Florida artist, so they
Oh yeah,
had
man.
Trick.
But why were they
You don't-
shocked at what he said? The kind of language he was using. That's him. And they were so hurt and all. Why were they shocked that he said that
They
stuff?
brought him ones that listened to him back in the day.
85-year-old Miss Hardy was not Miss Harvey was not offended, but I think her daughter, Miss Harvey's daughter, Ash Aunt is about the same age as me. She was. So
And Trick is
the
a year older
bougie
than I am.
AKAs was offended, but
My mother's an
rank and
AKA.
file wasn't offended. From what
I didn't understand. You could not have told me that Trick Daddy would be mentioned in the same breath as the AKAs. You couldn't have told me that.
And
No.
Luke was there too. Luke didn't do it. He's running for Congress, and he said I think he said his ex-wife and some others AKs said he was not going to do that. He had heard about what happened with Trick Daddy the night before, and he's running for office. He realized that, hey, look, these people, these are the voters out here. I'm gonna keep it cool.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering.
EA said them AKAs ain't the AKAs from your day, Mr. Fool.
He might be right. Yeah, you might be right on that, bro. You're right.
Oh man, that's funny, man.
Yeah,
oh,
my mother's an AKA.
Oh man, Beta.
Oh man, it was fun. And the lady that's the regional director, she's running for mayor of Orange County in the Orlando area.
Mm-hmm.
That found out she's running for mayor of Orange County.
Ain't Keisha Lance Bottoms or AKA?
No, she's Delta. She's
Delta,
Florida A&M.
Okay.
She's Delta, Florida A&M.
Okay, so she said she gonna take that governorship in Georgia.
Yeah, it's gonna be deep, man. It's gonna
that's Major Lance's daughter. The recording artist of Major Lance's daughter.
Right. Yeah.
My father.
I know her mother.
Played with
Her
Major
mother's
Lance.
Miss Sylvia.
Yeah, my father did some music with him. He didn't record with him, but he played with him.
What's the name used to write the music for Major? Curtis Mayfield.
Curtis Mayfield? Yeah, my father did play some music
Monkey
with
Town was
Major
written
Lance.
by Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah, Curtis Mayfield did a lot of writing, yes.
Yeah, they were both from Chicago. Both from Chicago. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dad worked with Major Lance. He didn't record with him, but he worked with him. He just did.
Major.
Dad played trumpet.
Yeah, he had a #1 hit called Monkey Town.
Oh yeah, Monkey Town.
Monkey Town. It was written by Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
Oh, Troy, I'm listening to the game and doing this, and it's
I'm watching the game myself. Yeah, boy, San Antonio's in trouble. Yeah.
They up by 10. I thought it was tied up. Shoot, let me get my content.
Well, what's his name? See, he's getting pushed around by that boy from Kentucky and that other big kid. I'm gonna be honest with you. San Antonio got to get some help in that front line for him because he's really a forward. He is. Wimby is a forward, and they got to go get another big man. See, he needs. Kareem back in the day had a guy named Kermit Washington, and then later on he had Kermit Washington. Then he had
Tomjanovich.
Yeah, he had Kurt Rambis. They got to get a muscle man for what we used to call an enforcer.
Yeah,
he doesn't have an enforcer. He's not playing with an enforcer. Yeah. But I'm just saying, Wimby doesn't have an enforcer playing with him.
Enforcer. Think about Maurice Lucas back in the day.
Maurice Lucas. Remember Evan Hayes had Wes Unsay.
Elvin Hayes. Right here in my area, from Rayford, Louisiana, over in Big E, 20 miles from me.
He had West Unsale. You got to have an enforcer.
Oh yeah. Elvin Hayes from 20 miles east of me in Rayville, Louisiana. Went to the University of Houston. My father saw him play in high school.
Kirk Rabbit was not an enforcer. Kirk Rabbit was a crash dummy.
That's what I'm saying. He was a crash. That's what this guy got to have. He's a crash dummy.
Kirk Rambis. I remember Rambis coming off the bench.
Yeah.
With the Lakers. Yeah. Santa Clara. Yeah. Hey Troy, you say you
physical.
Troy, you say you're from St. Petersburg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's that school? They had one of those high schools down there. What's the name? Dixie Holland.
Dixie Hollins. Yeah. It's named after a black man, but because it's in Kenneth City, Kenneth City is where the Klan is in Pinellas County. So for
my uncle, my great uncle lived down there. My mother's uncle, and he loved. That's where he's laid to rest. He passed away in 2006. He was a World War II veteran. That man, he loved St. Petersburg.
Yeah, Dixie Hollins used to run the rebel flag every time they scored a touchdown.
Yeah, Dixie Hollins. By the way, his son went to school. His son went to school at Dixie Hollins. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's where not Angelo the clerk. Demetrius Hill. Demetrius Hill went there.
Demetrius Hill, played basketball at University of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I met a big guy, built like football player. I remember they went to the Final Four. Yeah, I remember Demetrius Hill.
Now, Troy, you a FAMU graduate?
No, sir. I graduated from Florida State, but
because
I worked as a janitor from FAMU.
Well, listen, this is what I need them any of you FAMU people that's listening on here. I need y'all to pen a letter to Roger Goodell, because it's long overdue. Killer Lawrence is supposed to be in the his name was Henry Lawrence. We called him Killer. Killer should be in the NFL Hall of Fame. FAMU. Yeah, it's long overdue. Y'all got to get him in the Hall of Fame. You got Ken Riley in because it took too long to get Ken Riley in. Now it's time to get Killer Lawrence in.
Yeah,
and on the other side, it's time for Prairie View to get off their ass and talk to Goodell about Otis Taylor. It makes no sense that Otis Taylor is one of the greatest wide receivers in the history of the NFL, and he's not in that Hall of Fame. That don't make no sense.
Otis Taylor was at Prairie View when my father was at Graham. My father was in the band at Graham, and he was on the football team at Prairie View. When they came to Graham, and that's how Otis Taylor play.
Yeah, but the thing is that many of these people that they have in that NFL Hall of Fame, they can't carry Otis Taylor's jock strap.
No.
Okay?
If it wasn't for him,
it don't make no sense that them people at Prairie View, you need to demand that Otis Taylor be put in that NFL Hall of Fame. Because he's one of the greatest wide receivers in the history of the NFL.
Well, he made Len Dalton look good. The man and forced the NFL to put Jughead Jimmy Smith in the Hall of Fame too.
Oh, Jimmy Smith.
What about Harold Jackson?
Jimmy Smith play at Jackson State.
What about Harold Jackson?
There's
a lot of people that need to be in the Hall of Fame, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Jimmy Smith play at Jackson State. Him and Tim Barnett. I watched those guys play at Jackson State, and Sean Gregory was quarterback. By the way, I know his wife is the president of Jackson State now.
Yeah, but Ron Lewis was one of the wide receivers at that time too, wasn't it?
Who was it?
Ron Lewis.
Yeah, they were loaded. W.C. Gordon was loaded. I know he had.
I think Ron. It was Ron Lewis, Barnett. Yeah, Jimmy.
Tom Barnett.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and I watched Lewis Tillman play there at Jackson State.
Yeah, I saw Lewis Tillman play or something.
I know Troy might agree with me, but I know he don't too much care because he's boot skinned and what we call Florida players. But Fred Taylor need to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Fred Taylor, University of Florida.
Man. Yeah.
Oh man, that guy was tough.
Yeah,
I watched him play. They won the national championship with he played with Danny Werfel.
He needs to be in the Hall of Fame ASAP.
Yeah, he does.
Great back.
Because I don't know why it was
play with Jackson.
Kind of silly to be the first Jaguar in the Hall of Fame, but it ain't. It ain't Fred Taylor.
Yeah, Fred was a man. I saw Fred in
It was
college.
tough. Yeah, I
He
remember him
does
in
a
Wordful
podcast
and
with Ryan. What's that guy's name? Clark.
Ryan Clark. He's from down in New Orleans area from
And the other guy,
Marrero.
what's the other guy?
Shaw.
Channing.
Channing Crowder.
Crowder,
Yeah,
yeah.
the only reason Channing ain't the most ignorant person in media right now is because of Charles Barkley and Shaq. That's the only reason they ain't talking about how dumb, stupid he is, all that crazy stuff he be saying.
Ryan Clark went to Mickey Joseph's alma mater, went to Archbishop Shaw, all-male Catholic school in Marrero, and on the West Bank. Went to the Shaw Eagles. Played on the. By the way, Hank Tierney is back coaching at Archbishop Shaw. He coached all those guys. Coached the Joseph brothers. Coached Mickey and Vance, and Ryan Clark and all those guys.
But yeah, they need to.
Yeah,
I know another person need to be in the Hall of Fame. If he would not got hurt in his car accident, he would be in the Hall of Fame. And that is Biggie Eric Williams.
Eric Williams, Dallas Cowboys. Yeah,
Eric Williams should be in the Hall of Fame, regardless of a car accident. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, Central State. I saw him at Central State. He was on some powerhouse.
I remember him too. I remember Eric Williams.
But he should be in the Hall of Fame, man. Big E was the truth, man. That guy he was from Philadelphia.
Yeah, I remember Eric Williams.
Yeah, he was originally from Philadelphia. He played for Billy Joe at Central State.
Played for Billy Joe, yeah, because Rick Comedy was an assistant during that time.
He was the defense coordinator. Rick was the defense coordinator. When Billy left and went to Tallahassee, Rick took over. They won an NAIA championship, and then Rick left Central and went to Tuskegee.
And you know who? That they had a tough quarterback at Central State from Washington D.C. named Henderson Mosley.
That's right. He was tough. I remember him. He was really good.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
I watched him on BET.
Yeah, me too. I did too. He was real good. Yeah, they won the NAIA championship with him.
NAIA. Yeah, he won the national championship.
Yeah. They were dominant in HBCU football. They swag. Coach Robinson and them really kind of like
they ran into trouble with Central State.
Well, what they said was because they were NAIA, they were not playing by the same rules as those schools who were in NCAA. But really, that was a period in the 80s that Central State dominated HBCU football.
They were
a lot of people were running from
those guys were tough. Yeah,
they had back-to-back championships.
Because it started with us.
Tough, man.
They caught us. I'm trying to think. Was it 86? It was either 86 or 87. Grambling invited Central State to Yankee Stadium, and they put a whoop on our ass. And that's when Bob started blackballing them and telling people not to play them. Yeah, it was Billy Joe that we invited them to Yankee Stadium, the Whitney M. Young Classic or whatever it was. And they beat the shit out of us up there. They beat us to death.
Yeah, they had, what was the Urban League Classic?
Urban League Classic, but then they named it after Whitney Young.
Whitney Young, yeah. It sure did. I remember that, man.
I agree with you, Mr. Ford. I agree with you, Mr. Ford. Eric Williams needs to be in the Hall of Fame because he's the only one. I think they
Larry Allen and all that line, they were tough.
They said he was the only one that made Reggie White cuss.
Yeah, man, I saw that dude when he was in college.
Defense curse.
Man, I saw that dude when he was in college. He was the truth.
He made the minister of defense cuss.
He made the minister of defense cuss. I was like, you know what? Because it was a move, and he had this move, and it was like a club. It was a club move. It was basically like almost like an overhead punch.
Yeah, he could block.
And oh man.
You can do that back then. You could do that back
then.
But yeah, I mean when you slap somebody across the head, you know.
Oh man. His head slap like a Deacon Jones.
Man, If I could go back in memory lane, I remember in 80, I think that was 89. Central State came to Bragg Stadium. Florida A&M had a boy named Tony Easdale. And that
That
first
is my
half,
hero.
listen, that first half, FAMU was
I
whooping
remember the
Central's
Florida
ass.
A&M team.
And let me tell you, that second half, they ran a blitz on Easdale and separated his shoulder. What's the name? They were up like 17-0. That Central State team, after Easdale went down, they walked fam down, man. They had a guy named Owens. He went to the New Orleans Saints. They had a guy named Art Buckner. I don't know if Big E had gone to the Dallas Cowboys by then. He might have been.
Big E came out in 90.
That's right. So he was there. He was at Central State. Eric
He was at
Williams
Central
was on
State.
that team.
That's what I saw him.
You
Yeah.
see, FAMU was one of the few schools that was still trying to play Central because of what Coach Rob did. Because they tried to blackball Central. Because their whole thing with Central is you NAIA, anybody can play with you.
And you know what? I watched Central State on a Christian network. Here in Monroe when they played. That's when Carson Newman was up there winning national championships as well. I watched them and Central State play against each other on that Christian network, and Central State beat them.
Yeah, I watched Central State win the NAIA championship against Gardner Webb. I think that was maybe 90. Yeah, they beat Gardner Webb, and it was at Gardner Webb Stadium.
You know, Carson Newman had Ken Sparks was a legendary coach. Sparks had those great teams, but Billy Joe gave Sparks gave him fits.
Oh yeah, they I remember Kent Schofield. He took his Fort Valley team up there. He gave
Fort Valley State wore the bow ties.
Fort Valley State. Yeah, he was a FAMU graduate.
FAMU graduate. Yeah,
he played for Old Man Gaither. He was from Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, Schofield. He passed away a few years back. Yeah, he wore bow ties.
Wait a minute, Schofield passed away?
Yeah, Schofield passed away a few years back. Yeah.
You can't, for real?
Yeah, I think Schofield's passed on. I think he's passed on.
I didn't even know Coach was fast.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, all those guys. I remember Ben, the Blacknalls passed on.
Yeah, I knew Ben spent some time at Morehouse. I knew Ben. I used to go up to Morehouse to talk to Ben. Ben was a long time defense coordinator for Coach Willie Jeffries.
Willie Jeffries.
Yeah, Willie Jeffries. Yeah, because I knew Ben.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, Blacknall was he's one of Jeffries' assistants. Yeah, at South Carolina State. Yeah.
Yeah, he came here and was that guy was named Anthony Jones. He was Anthony Jones' assistant. Yeah, but he had been at South Carolina State for years. He had been up there for years.
I about to say, Anthony Jones coach Robert Mathis at Alabama A&M?
Yeah, Alabama A&M, same guy.
So. Yeah,
same guy. That's what he went to after. He went to A&M after Morehouse. Yeah.
Man, let me tell y'all about seeing Robert Mathis at A&M.
Robert Mathis
when they first got it to the SWAC. I was like, man, somebody take him out. Take him out.
You know, one guy that he could,
and he wasn't really big either. Mathis wasn't one guy.
You know, one guy
from Atlanta. Mathis was from the school he was from was called McNair High School.
And Mathis couldn't. When Grambling won the SWAC championship and they beat Alabama A&M, Aaron James's son, Brandon James, was on that offensive line at Grambling, and he had he couldn't get Mathis couldn't get a sack that day. He knew how to block Mathis. Mathis had a tough time against Brandon James.
He's up for the Hall of Fame too. Mathis is up for the NFL Hall of Fame.
Mathis was for real, man. I saw him play.
Mathis?
Robert Mathis that played for the Colts.
Robert Mathis?
Yeah, the Colts.
Yeah, he's up for the Hall of Fame.
Man.
Yeah, that brother was tough. Oh man, it was hard to block him.
Like I said, he was undersized. He wasn't big. He wasn't no big guy.
Yeah.
Man, but I watched him. Yeah, I watched him like that dude terrorized. He terrorized SWAC. They
man,
first got into the SWAC in 99. I was like,
I remember they became a member. I watched them when they were SIC. They gave Graham a tough time. The SIC in that Circle City Classic in
They sure did.
1990.
I remember that. Yeah,
That's when
that.
Sean Burris threw that Hail Mary to Dexter Butcher on BT.
Yeah.
Because really thought Grambling had lost the game, threw up that Hail Mary and beat Alabama A&M. Those guys from Alabama A&M were they couldn't believe it. They had a tough wide receiver at Alabama A&M named Barry Wagner.
Yeah,
that guy was true.
His brother played basketball. His brother played basketball for Coach Pettaway.
Oh yeah,
Pettaway was coaching. Yeah, Barry also. I think what's that guy's name? They had two legendary coaches at Alabama A&M. One was named Ray Green. The other one was named Bronsky Towns. Bronsky was like a defense coordinator.
That was a defensive wizard, man. Bronsky Towns. That's what Coach Mathis.
Yeah.
Bronsky Towns coached up.
So familiar.
Huh?
Yeah.
Towns, the coach. You said the coach, defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Bronsky Towns. He was a defensive coordinator.
That was a defensive wizard, man.
Yeah, he was. But that guy that was the head coach was named Ray Green. Ray Green was something else, man.
Hey, you know, George Pugh was coach that's when Grambling beat him in that Circle City. Pugh played at Alabama.
He was horrible. The only reason Pugh got that job was he had a cousin on the board and he had played for Bear Bryant. Pugh was horrible.
Yeah, because he played with Newsom
and
all those guys.
They had run him out of Selma, Alabama, and then they gave him the job at Alabama A&M because his cousin or somebody was on the board. He was terrible. He got caught up in all that mess with Jackie Sherrill down there at I think it was Texas A&M. They was doing all kind of stuff.
Yeah, they was good.
Good old boy. He was on Sam Shea's staff at Miles College.
Well, that was before R.C. Slocum took over at A&M. Texas
that was before Slocum.
Jackie was doing all kind of stuff, man.
Oh yeah, they had all kinds of stuff going on.
And he listened. Because he was a white man, they let him leave Texas A&M and take that criminal show over to Mississippi State. He was doing the same thing at Mississippi State.
Because Rocky
they said that Jackie learned all that illegal stuff from Bear Bryant because he had played for Bear Bryant.
He played for Bear at Alabama. Sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played for Bear.
Jackie was Dan Marino's college coach at Pitt.
Yeah, at Pitt. Yeah, he coached at Pitt. Coached Hugh Green and all those guys and Ricky Jackson.
Yeah, Ricky Jackson. Yeah, because see, that was back in the day when Pitt lived off Southern kids. Pitt would come down to all the South, especially Florida. Because Ricky Jackson was from Florida.
Yeah,
they would come down to Georgia, Florida, and Mississippi and get all them boys and take them back up to the Pitt Panthers.
Yeah,
that was
hold on, before have we spoke about the SEC commissioner? What did the SEC commissioner do, or what did he say?
Talk about him. I think he's talking about the SEC commissioner responding to Notre Dame athletic director talking about a Super League. I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Notre Dame is still pissed off because they left them out the playoffs last year. Because this is going to be a joke. If they talking about bringing in 24 teams, you're going to have teams in there with 7-6 records in the playoffs.
That's what's going to happen.
You want to see? You talking about bringing in 20, and all that is they want to bring them sorry teams from the ACC. Because let me tell you something. They did a feasibility study. Let me tell you something. It was ESPN. It's been about 5 or 6 years ago. They did a feasibility study on college football in America. And what they found out, college football was strong in the South and in the Midwest. Those were the only two sections where it was strong. And so what they're trying to do is they trying to make sure that them sorry teams in the ACC can get in that playoff along with Notre Dame. Because 24 teams is too many. It's too many. You're going to have teams in there with 86 records.
Nobody needs to see Miami lose another national championship game. They ain't going to win nothing. Miami ain't the same the way they used to. They got too many players with other teams that they ain't used to have to share with.
See, coming up in the 80s and 90s, I was a Miami fan growing up, and that's what I saw on television, man, during that time, the swag and all that. And I look at it now and think, but the landscape has changed since that time, man. Like you said, Troy.
Yeah, they were the other thing that Miami had on they see Miami back then when they won them national championship, they was independent, and
They were
then they got in
independent.
the Big East.
They got in the Big East. He
Uh,
sure did.
yeah, see, the schools that were supposed to save the ACC in football was supposed to be Miami and Virginia Tech. That's why
Virginia Tech.
they went after them because they
Yeah.
said
They ain't
you
won
don't.
nothing.
There you go. They ain't done nothing. But that's
Haven't
what it
done a
was. See,
thing.
Miami was independent. They were
Yeah, I remember
independent those
Miami was
years they was
independent.
winning them national championships. They could play
Yeah.
who they wanted to play.
And I remember Florida State was independent as well.
Yeah,
Your
they
school,
were
Troy, I
independent.
remember
That's
all
right.
the schools were
And then,
independent. Yeah,
that's
Florida
right. They
State,
were
Miami.
independent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We went to the ACC because we kept getting left out of national championship games.
yeah. That's why
Once
they
we
went in.
joined the
And then
ACC,
the ACC was all basketball. The only thing
That
they
was a
had in
basketball
football was
conference.
Clemson. So they were supposed to help with the football.
Yeah. I remember that. And yeah, because what did Florida State in basketball? They played in the Metro with Louisville and
Yeah, with
Southern Miss.
Louisville,
All in the
Memphis
Metro.
State, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Georgia Tech was
Cincinnati,
in there.
Georgia Tech, Memphis State.
Georgia Tech was in it. Yeah,
Georgia, yeah.
yeah.
I remember Memphis State was in
Whole
UNC
it.
Metro
Charlotte.
Conference.
UNC Charlotte was in it. That's when they had
UNC
Cornbread
Charlotte.
Maxwell.
Cornbread Maxwell and Melvin Watkins. By the way, my homeboy, Sean Derrick Downs, played under Melvin Watkins, Cornbread's college teammate. Melvin Watkins, because what happened, wasn't that Jeff Mullen recruited him? He was there his first season, and when Coach Mullen left, Watkins was promoted, and he coached Sean Derrick Downs. Sean Derrick and I grew up down the street from each other, came out of high school the same year, 1993, came out of Wattsman High School. I came out of St. Frederick, a Catholic school here in Monroe, Louisiana.
Mr. Monroe, Snellenberger saved that program. But they had to play FAMU. They had to get whooped by FAMU first to realize that they wasn't no football program.
Yeah.
Oh
they
yeah,
did.
Rudy Hubbard. Yeah, Rudy Hubbard beat Snellenberger. Yeah,
it was in '79. It was in '79.
Yeah,
what
Hubbard
Snellenberger did was he put a fence around the city of Miami. Because back then, Oklahoma and all them other schools was coming down there getting them kids from Miami. Because I'm telling y'all, the best running backs in America come out of South Florida because they're so durable because it's so hot down there. And everybody wants a running back from South Florida. I tell people all the time, you can look at any school in the nation. They're going to have at least 2 players from Florida. At least 2. Because I'm going to tell you, we got 10 million people here in Georgia. Florida got over 21 million.
Yeah.
They got over 21 million people, man. There's enough athletes in Florida for everybody.
Hey, Mr. Ford. They took me about on a documentary talking about Miami, about the U of documentary talking about how Schellenberg, when he came in, he's recruiting the Liberty City area. They said many coaches were afraid to go into Liberty City. They said Schnellenberger showed up. They said that he was the only white guy in the area. He was the only white person in the area. Right away they knew. They said that there's Coach Schnellenberger. He said he was looking for Melvin Bratton. They said what they did, the get those in the hood. They walked him. They said where is it? He was looking for Melvin Bratton. They walked him to his house. He was recruiting him to University of Miami.
Here's the lost story about Schnellenberger that people have forgotten.
Yeah.
It was Schnellenberger that brought Joe Namath to the University of Alabama.
Yes.
When Joe Namath came to the University of Alabama, he was brought up in a factory town in Pennsylvania. One of the things that happened to him was he put up a picture of him and some black people.
Woman.
And the people at Alabama told him to take that picture down.
Yeah, he talked about that.
Yeah, that happened. But Snellenberger was on the staff with Bear Bryant. He went to Pennsylvania and brought Joe Namath to Alabama. That's lost in history.
That's lost in history. Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania is the Pittsburgh suburb.
Joe Namath was going to Maryland. He was going to Maryland. And Snellenberger brought him to Alabama.
Yeah.
And the thing that he brought to Alabama at that time was that he was a passer. He could throw the football.
Yeah. Because, Bear Bryant coached Schnellenberger at the University of Kentucky.
Yeah. He was on his staff. Yeah. He also coached Jerry Claiborne, who was the coach at Maryland. Yeah, Jared.
Yeah, Maryland and Kentucky. Yeah. And Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech as well. Yeah.
What's his name?
Jerry Claver.
What's this guy's name? His name was Adolph Rupp.
Adolph Rupp.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
now when
Baron the Bluegrass. That was a
when
racist.
Bear Bryant was the head football coach. Okay, he won the SEC. Adolph Rupp won it in basketball.
And they were giving perks to
Adolph Rupp a Cadillac and gave Bear Bryant a lighter.
Oh, yeah, they sure did. And he said that's why he ended up leaving. He said
he went to Texas A&M. He went to Texas A&M.
Yeah. Yeah, Barrett could see the handwriting on the wall, so he wouldn't even get the perks like Rupp, and he went on to Texas A&M, and on to Alabama.
Hey, KD, I'm here to listen to and take in all the history. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, and someone's complaining about like I said, we talk HBCUs, we talk to other schools, but what happened? It all goes back around to the HBCUs as well. You can bring HBCU into those conversations as well, because it goes back around to that. Because a lot of them had to study those HBCU coaches. Yeah, they study those HBCU coaches. Yeah,
like anytime these people get all up in arms and want to thump their chest about Canada junior football, I let them know who FCS Daddy is.
Yeah,
every time, because people get too caught up on it's impossible. No, it's not impossible. We did it then with less resources. We can damn sure do it now. It's just
I thought we was gonna do it in '99 when FAMU lost to Youngstown State. I thought FAM was gonna get it that year. I think Quinn threw for 4 interceptions.
Oh man!
I think Quinn had that. Listen, FAM was leading 23-7 or something at halftime, and lost the game. That guy's the defense coordinator. He didn't have no plan. His name was Clifton Moore. They gave away that game, man. We had that guy, the Ohio State coach that used to wear the bow tie.
Joe's brother was the offensive coordinator.
What was the coach's name? Wore the bow tie.
Jim Tressel.
Jim Tressel was the coach at Youngstown State.
Jim Tressel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but FAM was leading them 23-7 at half. Quinn threw 4 interceptions that day.
I remember that.
It was Quinn and a guy named that guy was named Jawan, some kind of Seitler or Jawan Seitler or something. FAMU ran 2 quarterbacks.
JJ Sider, Sider.
JJ, he's a coach. Is he at Penn State or somewhere now?
Because
I think he
was Jacque Nonnelly was on that team.
Yeah, Jacque Nonnelly, Kanan Lamb, Jesse Bendros. They had about 20 wide receivers. Yeah, they had one boy was named Cedric Mitchell.
Yeah,
Quiam. One kid was named Quiam. Oh, they had wide receivers out the door, man.
That's when they had that was the years of the Rack Boys.
Yeah, that's when it started. It was called the Gulf Coast offense.
Run after catch boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, this is something to even just listen to, man. Woo! The Knicks, I don't know what's up with the Knicks because they have.
I'm looking at this. I'm watching this right now.
Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get kicked off Twitter. Y'all just be. If y'all don't see me on Twitter for a while, just understand I did it. I did everything.
Listen, man, Knicks is too physical for. They got to get. I'm trying to tell y'all, San Antonio got to get an enforcer to go along with Wemby, man. They don't have a power forward. They got to have a power forward, man.
They need a Maurice Lucas in there.
Yeah, they need a Maurice Lucas used to protect Bill Walton.
Oh yeah,
he used to protect Bill Walton.
Yeah, with the Portland Trailblazers. Yes.
Yeah, you got to get that power forward.
Oh yes, that's what made I think about Willis Reed. He was back in school. My father was at Grambling. I met Willis Reed and. Dad was in the band when he was on the basketball team, and they call him Wolf. His dad said he was some on the boards.
Yeah, they won an NAIA championship with Willis Reed.
Yeah, 1961. And a guy named that was legendary Coach Larry Wright in high school here at Richwood High School. Herschel West was on that team, and Willis Reed and had a guy named Charles Hartnett was on that team, and
Charles Hartnett was from Carver High School. He was at head basketball and AD at Morris Brown for years. I think he's deceased now.
Yeah, he's passed on. He's from
Yeah,
Louisville,
they call
Kentucky.
him
Dad
Charlie
remembers him.
Red. Everybody in Atlanta called
Charlie
him
Red.
Charlie Red.
Yeah, that's what Dad called him.
He was
Charlie
from
Red.
Palmer
Yeah,
High
they were all at
School.
Grambling. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dad remembers all them. Yeah.
yeah, Charlie Red.
They had Rex Tippett on that team, and yeah,
Yeah, I
they
met
had
Rex Tippett when I was a student at. Matter of fact, he was helping with the girls.
Rex Tippett.
He,
Yeah, he was a
he
women's
went to the
coach.
NBA. Rex
Yeah,
Tippett went to the NBA.
his sister lives right here in Monroe.
Yeah,
Arvita. Yeah,
yeah.
she
Is he
did. She
still
did.
living? Is he still living?
He's still around. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rex
He
Tippett
used
still
to
living over there.
help coach. That
Oh,
lady
he's
was
still
named
living.
Coach Gwen Christian. He used to help her.
Yeah, Gwen Christian.
Yeah, she has some squads now. Gwen Christian has some squads, baby.
Yeah, that was before Pat Bibbs, because Bibbs was coaching
Yeah,
at Dubach
Bibbs
High
has some
School.
squads too. Because
Oh,
Bibbs
she did.
eventually coached at Hampton, and I think
Hampton,
he went to North Carolina A&T.
North Carolina A&T. Yeah, she coached at both of those schools.
She eventually became the AD
At Grambling?
Grambling. Yeah.
Her husband played football at Grambling. Ezo
Yeah,
Bibbs, he
Big
played back in
Easy.
the
I
early
remember
70s.
Easy played
Easy?
with the Giants.
Yeah, played with he played with my neighbor Matthew Reed and
Yeah, Big Man.
played with Sammy White, Lee Fobbs.
Yeah, when I was a kid, when I was like 10, 11 years old, Matthew Reed was the quarterback at Grambling.
That's my neighbor, man. Right now,
and Eddie Robinson had a show that would come on Sunday mornings. That's the first time I saw the campus of Prairie View in Blackshear Field. They would come on Sunday morning. It was the Eddie Robinson show. It was the Grambling football highlights. And let me tell you what they say. That was the most popular football show in America. And they say that Notre Dame got that show canceled because of that.
Oh yeah, he used to come on nationwide. People.
Notre Dame was some haters.
They were some haters, man. They got the show. That show would come on at 11 or 12 o'clock every Sunday morning. It was the sponsor was either Oldsmobile or Pontiac.
Oldsmobile. It was
Oldsmobile. That's right. They were the sponsor of that show.
Yeah.
We would see it. Grambling would go and play Hawaii. They would play.
Played in the early 70s.
They would go to New York.
They beat Hawaii.
They would go everywhere, man. And then they would go and play Prairie View at Blackshear Field. And the next week they go to the Astrodome and play Texas Southern. This traveling, Grambling started that. Grambling started that traveling all over the country.
Yeah. Man, that was something.
Coach Rob told us when I was a student at Grambling, he told us that the idea for the Bayou Classic was from him going to see the Orange Blossom Classic in the 50s and 60s with Jake Gaither and them. That's how he got that idea for the Bayou Classic.
That's how he got that idea.
Yeah,
it was that was his brainchild.
He was going to see the Orange Blossom Classic.
Yeah, because they had outgrown those two those two campuses, Grambling and Southern, because mom and dad told us that back during the time that it was so big because he said 68. That was with Harold Carmichael's senior season. He said, man, they say they beat Grambling so badly at Memorial Stadium at Grambling. They said, man, Harold Carmichael had a feast on it. So they were playing. He said a band from Southern. He said Southern's band kept on playing "Message from a Black Man." Each time, no matter how hard you try, you can't stop me now. Dad said he got so sick of that song. He said Southern played it so much. He said Carmichael was just on fire at 6'8". Yeah,
it was true. It was at one time the Eagles, both of their wide. It was Harold Carmichael and a boy named Charlie Smith. Smith was from Grambling.
My neighbor, man.
Carmichael was from. They both started for the Eagles at the same time. It was where I take that back. There was another guy named Ben Hawkins. Ben Hawkins used to play with. He was from Arizona State. He played with them too. The quarterback was named Norm Snead. Norm Snead. Yeah, Norm Snead was the quarterback for the Eagles at the time.
Yeah, that's my neighbor. Charlie Smith lived on the next street from me. He's
Charlie
a track coach at Wattsman High School.
It was Charlie and
Harold
Oliver. What was Harold's name? Harold Carmichael. They were the wide receivers for the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah. And Charlie was from
Smith, my neighbor.
Yeah.
And by the way, and Matthew Reed lived across the street from me. I grew up with his daughter, Ashley. She passed away back in 2024. And she was a great athlete as well. That was my sports buddy. You talking about hang with the guys and really missed her. Went to her funeral.
I used to watch Matthew Reed used to throw to Sammy White
Sammy White. I see Sammy around Monroe. He still lives
and
here.
one guy was named Dwight. What was Dwight's name?
Dwight Scales.
Dwight Scales. That's right. That was the guy
Carlos
they were throwing, because
Carlos Pennywell from Shreveport.
Carlos was younger than them.
Captain
The star was Sammy White. Sammy White was the star. He went to the
Sammy
Minnesota
White,
Vikings.
Call him Doo-Doo.
Sammy White. Yeah.
Richwood High School. They say they went to Richwood
and
High School.
when Matthew left, that's when Doug Williams came. Doug Williams started as a sophomore. Yeah.
Yeah, he came after him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Doug Williams.
And they had a running back, they had a fullback there named Rodney Turo that played at Grambling, and they had another one out of they had one out of Richwood named a lot of them came out of Richwood named Daryl Carter was fullback. Had Sammy White, Matthew Reed.
I remember Sammy White.
Had Dale Zimmerman, and he was backup to Doug Williams. They said when Doug got injured in that Bayou Classic, they brought Dale with Zimmerman. Dale was smaller than he was. Dale, he's passed on. He was a coach around in Wasson. He was my neighbor too. He said they brought Dale. And they thought Southern thought they would just take Grambling apart. And what happened? He came in there and he threw three touchdowns. And they said they had Timmy said one of the Southern Knights said, "Hey man, put the one broke leg back in the game." Because Dale picked them apart. It's on video. That was in 1975.
Let me answer this right here. Hey, EA, the dumbest thing I'd ever seen was they played the Orange Blossom Classic and FAMU wasn't in it. I thought that was the dumbest thing in the world. How could you play the Orange Blossom Classic and FAMU was not in it? I thought that was the stupidest thing in the world.
That lasted 1 year.
That was sheer ignorance.
By Florida A&M.
It was sheer ignorance. I was like, how in the world can you play the Orange Blossom Classic and FAMU is not in it?
That's like the Bayou Classic without Grambling and Southern in it.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was the stupidest thing on this earth.
When the Orange Blossom Classic wasn't being played, the game that we played against Miami, they made that into the unofficial Orange Blossom Classic.
Man, Orange Blossom, it started by FAMU.
I couldn't believe it. I saw them two teams and I said, this is the stupidest thing I've seen in my life. Is you got the Orange Blossom Classic and FAMU is not in it.
And the game
when did OBC start? When did OBC start in the 30s?
Yeah, 33, and I think it started in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Because it had several. It went from Jacksonville, might have went to Orlando, and then it finally it went to Miami in the 40s.
Oh, okay.
Late 40s, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it became the biggest black college event in America. That was it, baby. They would have 55,000 at the Orange Bowl back in the dang 50s.
Because Willie Davis played when Grambling won the championship. They beat FAMU.
Yeah, they
beat that Willie Gallimore. They beat that Willie Gallimore team. And they said,
Grambling went to Miami by train. I saw the pictures. Yeah. They went to Miami by train.
Yeah, Willie Davis was on that team at Grambling, and they said they upset FAMU.
That's right. Yeah,
Willie Gallimore.
Tampa in 46. It was in Tampa in 46. From 39 to 45, it was in Jacksonville. It was in Orlando from 37 to 38. And from 35 to 36, it was in Jacksonville again. And it started out in Jacksonville in 33. 34 it went to Miami, then it went to Jacksonville, Orlando, Jacksonville, Tampa, and now it's been in Miami since 47.
Yeah. That was the magic when they put it in Miami, bro. My mother used to go. My mother and them saw FAM play against a boy was named Johnny Sample. They were at a place called Maryland State.
That was at Maryland State.
Maryland Eastern Shore now. Yeah, my mom went to see them. My mom said it was
Johnny Sample.
Boy, please. Yeah.
They played the Jets. Yeah.
Yeah. Because my mom and them saw Bob Hayes now. Tennessee State went down there in the 50s and played FAM. Prairie View went 2 or 3 times. Yeah. Now, FAM played Southern every year in the regular season. That rivalry is almost 80 years old or more.
Oh, that's an old rivalry.
The idea for the human jukebox came from FAM playing Southern. Southern's president was driven to the game. He saw the 100. He told his people, I want something like that. And that became what y'all call now the human jukebox. That was because the president saw the 100. He saw the 100 in the 40s, I think it was. And he told his people, I want a band like that. And the creation was, the creation of the human jukebox.
Yeah, Felton Clark was there in the 40s and 50s and 60s. And that's how J.S. Clark's son was president.
Gary Big Hands Johnson is deceased.
Oh, Big Hands, he's deceased from Bossier City.
Yeah,
he passed away.
Yeah.
I remember when he passed. I forgot the year, but he was from Bossier City.
Yeah. Yeah,
Louisiana.
He played all them years for the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. For the person who was on Twitter that had something to say about Dr. Kanisha doing what she doing and doing her thing on Twitter, and asking if she donated to all the schools that she has put on.
Oh, Dr. Kanisha.
Yeah, put on,
she's a great person
on the map. You, my good friend. I don't even tell you, my good friend. You, sir, are just be quiet, because she's doing more for HBCUs than a lot of us are doing right now.
She's a medical doctor, isn't she?
Yes.
She's an anesthesiologist. Yes, she's a medical doctor. Let's be clear on something. She said at the beginning, and she does it periodically, at the beginning of this, she's buying the merch. She's donating
a great person.
School, and she's giving you the history. She said that from the beginning. So people this started on Spaces. So for the little people not Spaces on what's the other ones? Threads. They started on Threads. For little people that want to say their little thing, some people like peace. I wake up in the morning and look to righteously raise hell. Y'all mess with the good Christians all the time. Y'all don't mess with me for some reason. But I will look to come mess with you if you mess with the wrong people. Because it don't make no sense.
It doesn't.
It makes no sense. People do good things, good deeds.
Yeah, she does.
They're not looking to be celebrated. She's just doing the good work. And y'all have the audacity to get mad at somebody doing the good work. Okay. God working on me, but he ain't done with me. I'm from that other side.
I don't like that. Yeah.
So y'all mess with the right people.
Yeah, no, she doesn't deserve that, doing that to her, and because she's a great person. We mess with her about Howard and all, but she's a great person. She and Erica mess with, but she even told me. She told me. She said Chuck said we're coming along in athletics. She was messing. She had to get me straight on that, and I enjoy just communicating with her, and I hate people do that to great people like her.
Mr. Moore, is people who are miserable in their life, who think Black excellence does something to them. And I'm talking about some Black people.
Oh, yeah. You telling the truth. I've been telling a lot of people that we hard on each other. We talking about what white people do to us. We're hard on each other, man. You're right, Troy.
So tomorrow is the induction of the Black College Football Hall of Fame. I see a picture right here. And since we just talked about Eric Williams, Mr. Ford.
Oh, Eric Williams.
Yeah, he got a picture. Him and Jimmy Smith got a picture right now. I'm looking at it on Twitter. And Eric Williams lost a lot of weight.
He was a big old guy, man.
Yeah, he was a big man. Big,
tall guy. Big guy, bro. Yeah.
He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, they don't need that playing weight anymore.
Yeah, he looked good to be in his mid-50s.
Yeah, he's in his 50s. Yeah, I know he's older than I am. Yeah. But I'll be 51 in November. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and delete this tweet real quick.
It was another guy, Black College on Dallas. His name was Kenneth Gant. He had a brother play for Grambling. Kenneth was from Albany State. Kenneth was a defensive back.
Yeah, sure.
Played the Cowboys.
Kenneth, they were from Florida. They were Florida people.
Eric played fullback at Grambling from Lakeland, Florida.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's right. They were from Lakeland, Florida. But Kenny played for years for Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, played on the championship Cowboys teams.
Yeah.
Hey,
He was from Albany State.
Can I raise hell real quick about this whole induction? Can I raise hell a little bit?
Yeah, go right ahead, Troy.
Listen, I know my PWI education is a little slow, but I had assumed that Rudy Hubbard was already in the HBCU Hall of Fame and in the College Hall of Fame.
No.
He was in the College Hall of Fame. He was in the College Hall of Fame.
Okay, he in the College Hall of Fame. Okay.
Yeah, because the reason he was in the College Hall of Fame was because Archie Griffin was advocating for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because see, he was when Ohio State won that national championship in 73-74, he was the running back coach.
Yeah, sure.
And then he left when they fired Jim Williams at Florida A&M. That's when they brought in Rudy Hubbard. He left that day. This one, it was Cornelius Green, Pete Johnson, Archie Griffin, that Big John Hicks, all of them. He left them after they won the national champion and came to Tallahassee. He'd been there ever since.
Mr. Moore, I understand it is relatively new, but it's some names that cannot be left off the ballot.
You can't leave Bill Collick off the ballot from Delaware State. I've been advocating for him. I said, Delaware State Hornets, get off your behinds and advocate for Bill Collick. That's the man who coached John Taylor. And he should have been in the Hall of Fame. That man won 5 MEAC championships.
I know Tony Cook, you told me you said my Cowboys loaded. Well, it looked like we loaded. You know, we just signed our first round pick, Malachi Lawrence, to a 4-year, basically 4-year, $20 million fully guaranteed contract.
That ain't y'all problem. Y'all problem is the crash out. What y'all gonna do with the crash out?
Oh, we don't worry about the crash out. We gonna make sure he get his money.
You better do it fast. You better do it fast.
We gonna be fine. We are gonna be fine with George Pickens.
Oh, I saw him when he was in high school.
Yeah, Troy, I'm glad to see
let me tell you that
he almost 80 years
has
old.
Always been crazy. George Pickens he was crazy at Hoover. He was crazy at the University of Georgia. He was crazy with the Steelers, and he's still crazy. But now, as a ball player, he is A1. He is A1.
Love his game. Absolutely love
his game. Yeah, me too. Pickens. But he has always been crazy.
Hey, we gonna be fine. We gonna be fine. We got CD on one side. We got George. We're gonna have George on the other side. We got Javonte Williams as a running back. We got Freaky Jake Ferguson as our tight end. You know what I'm saying? Our defense is gonna be looking a little bit. It's gonna be much better this season, coming up season than it was last season. You got James Houston done switched his number from 53 to 41. He going back
James
to his
Houston.
old Jackson
I
State
forgot he's with the Cowboys. Yeah, from Jackson State. Played at Florida.
I got a trade. You've been wanting. You know what? You've been wanting our defensive end for a while. I got a trade for you. 3 first-round picks and George Pickens. I think that's a good trade.
Hell no. Not for Max.
No, Pickens ain't going nowhere, bro.
Not for Max. No. If I was gonna do that, I would have got Myles Garrett.
Oh Lord.
I would have got Myles Garrett.
All the while.
Now we don't. Both of them are from Dallas. Myles Garrett with the Arlington. I was about to say Lamar. He went to Arlington Martin, and Max went to Colleyville Heritage.
No, I don't like what they did to Jared Verse, but I like that trade because it helps. It helps the Rams get closer to a Super Bowl.
About Myles Garrett.
Yeah, it helps the Rams get closer to a Super Bowl. I just don't like what they did to Jared Verse.
Now it got dang on Aaron Donald come back. Man.
Oh, Aaron Donald. Yeah, oh man.
If Aaron Donald come back, that ain't fair.
The commissioner got
that's not fair. Don't they still got Jalen Ramsey on the team?
Yeah. Yes, they do, don't they?
No, he's still Steelers.
He's still
okay. I thought that still ain't fair.
The Rams.
That's still not fair.
Yeah. I saw Garrett's with the Rams. Yeah, he won the championship. One of the guys on that when they won that championship, guy from my area, I believe he's gonna be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame one day. Is Andrew Whitworth? He's from across the river in Western Road, Louisiana.
Yeah, LSU. Yeah, he's
LSU out of Western High School.
And he's white. Don't forget that he's white.
Yeah,
and he's gonna be. That's right. He's gonna be first ballot. They have taken care of him.
He's already in Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame.
He works for what is it? Prime?
Sports Hall of Fame already.
Doesn't he work for Prime?
Yeah, he's on Prime Video. He's on Prime Video for the games. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're gonna take care of him now. Andrew's definitely first. He's gonna be first ballot Hall of Famer.
I watched him play basketball in high school as well.
He only got a picture with him last year at the Shrine Bowl.
Big Whit.
Talking about Andrew Whitworth. Yeah.
I watched him play Western Ohio. They won state championship.
LSU for Nick Saban, wasn't he?
Yeah, played on the national championship team under Nick Saban in 2003. Yeah, he's on that team. Played on the national championship football team.
Taken care of him.
Yeah, Western Ohio won those state championship and national championship under Don Showles. Oh yeah, I watched him through those years.
Y'all know who I like when I seen they did an interview with was Marcus Spears. And Marcus Spears was telling the story about he almost transferred to University of Miami.
Yeah, he's on team with Spears.
And his mama told him, well, you can leave my shit at the house.
She wasn't wrong. Never Ibis. Never Ibis.
Spears was on that team with Andrew Whitworth. Yeah, on the national championship team.
He said because he wanted to play tight end.
Yeah, he played tight end at Southern Lab.
And Southern Lab. He wanted to play tight end at LSU.
And you know who he grew up going to see? Steve McNair.
Steve McNair?
Yeah. He grew up going to see Steve McNair.
He was good. I didn't even know that Eric Randall
I didn't know that Eric Randall was his high school football coach.
Yeah, he was his high school football coach. Eric Randall was his high school basketball coach was Joel Hawkins from up here in Lake Providence, Louisiana, and he won all state championships at Southern Lab. Marcus Spears was on some of those teams. Joel Hawkins passed on. Coach Hawkins won a lot of championships. One at Lake Providence High and won many at Southern Lab. Dad knew him quite well.
That was the story. He said he was talking about going to Miami. Told his mom, he said, I'm gonna transfer to Miami. She said, leave my shit. Where is that? I'm like, you know what? His mama a bigger crash out than my mama. I was like, you know what? But like you said, that was the real stuff. And I like what he does with his son, man.
He's trying to run from Nick Saban. I know he's trying to do.
But you know what? Them teams that that guy was on, Spears was on, it was at least 35 of them guys was NFL material, man.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe more than that.
Oh, yeah, they had a lot of them on there.
They had a period from Nick Saban to Les Miles. They were the most talented team in the country. Especially on the Les Miles. They had so much talent, it wasn't even funny. You remember Dwayne Bowden?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, them teams was loaded with athletes, man. Yeah.
Played with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, Dwayne was LSU.
Yeah, LSU. Yeah, he played with the Chiefs.
But that period right there, man, Les Miles had so much talent, it wasn't even funny.
They were
the most talented team in the country for years.
Even after Saban left and when
Miles came in, Les Miles was always going to lose 1 or 2 games he had no business losing. That was his thing. He was going to lose a game he ain't got no business losing.
Yeah, he was wacky.
But one thing he could do, he could recruit.
He could recruit. And he could chew grass.
Yeah, he could recruit, baby. He could cold-blooded recruit.
But he could recruit and he had talented teams, but it only showed for one national championship.
One national championship, all them teams he had. That's right.
And one national championship. Son is at Southern. His son is on Marshall Falk's staff at Southern.
Yeah, his son is at Southern. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a talented team that he had. It was with Marcus Spears, I think Glenn Dorsey.
Glenn Dorsey.
No, Spears was gone. Spears was on 2003 with Saban. Dorsey was on there with Les Miles, 2017.
2017.
Yeah, from 2007.
I remember Dorsey defensive lineman.
2007 they beat
Marcus Randall, because I think Marcus
beat Ohio
Randall
State.
Marcus Randall.
Yeah, Marcus Randall played on 2003 team. That's Eric Randall's brother.
Yeah. Josh Reed.
Reed.
That Randall boy you talking about, that was Pete Richardson's first quarterback.
Time out. EA, that's not even the best Florida State team in history.
Yeah, that was Pete Richardson's first quarterback, Eric Randall.
Yeah,
that's not even the best Florida State team.
Marcus played in LSU.
The best Florida State team was to me by far the 93 team.
Was that Michael Brooks? Was that Brooks?
Yeah, that was Brooks, Charlie Ward.
William Brooks, Charlie Ward, Shade Tree, Jones.
Yeah.
Don Knott came out of high school the same year in 93, and he was a freshman on that team. And, James Cozy was on that team. And, they had a lot of Derek Brooks. Tamarick Vanover,
is overlooked in history. He was a freshman
Tamarick
All-American.
Vanover.
When Bobby
he was from Tallahassee.
He was.
Yes.
Vanover was close with Terry Mickens. All of them grew up together.
Yep.
Yeah. They was from Tallahassee. Them boys from that Big Bend area.
Yeah.
I know. That 93 team was the most talented team right there. I think that. No, let me say this. That 93 team was the hardest team to beat, but the most talented team was I think the 99 team when you had Peter Ward and all of them, Ron Dugans.
The 99 team. Laverne Cole. That's when they beat Virginia Tech with Michael Vick.
Yeah,
beat him here in.
That was the most talented team right there.
Beat him at the Superdome. Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell y'all a story about 1996. 1996 had the most talented defense in the history of Florida State. The first 6 games of the season, we knocked out every starting quarterback. The first 6 games of the season. That year, Steve Spurrier ran to the NCAA and said they hitting players after the whistle.
He sure
That's why they beat us in the Sugar Bowl. Nothing else. We had to take the foot off the gas, but Mickey Andrews was knocking quarterbacks
Mickey Andrews
out.
was something, man. I remember Mickey Andrews.
He's a Bear Bryant player too. Mickey was Bear Bryant. He played on the Bear Bryant.
Yeah, and he coached at North Alabama before going to Florida State.
Yeah. He was, he came down to Jackson State when
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
When
Dion was coaching.
Dion was down there. Yeah, he Dion let him speak to the team. Where's Mickey now?
He's retired. I know.
He retired. He just
because he got to be about 90. How old is he now?
Ooh,
he's up in his 80s.
He's in his 80s.
That's what I thought. Because Mickey from way back in the day.
Man, Mickey Andrews kept that look on his face. He had that mean look on his face.
Like he still
had that look. He looked like he looked intense, man.
I would say this, I follow football. I mean, it's still football, but I really didn't like the Longhorns like that.
Oh, Texas! I'm a Texas fan.
Texas Longhorns, the most talented team was the 2005 Texas Longhorns team right there. That was the most talented team right there.
Oh, they were loaded.
That's Vince Young. Who is that?
Yeah, that was Vince Young.
Vince Young,
Stelvin Young, Ramon Taylor.
Yeah, they had the players, man.
All them
DBs went pro, didn't all them DBs go pro?
Championship.
Yeah, Aaron Ross, Terrell Brown.
Yeah.
Michael Griffin, Cedric Griffin, they all
all them guys
went pro. Sean Rogers.
They were loaded. That's when Mac Brown had a look.
Sean Rogers was already gone. Rod Wright.
Did we win? I'm behind.
Orakpo. Aaron Harris was linebacker. Derek Johnson.
Just
wow.
Oh wow,
Did we
man!
win? My
Oh,
TV is
wow.
behind. Did we win?
Look at they
say
just show
zero.
Walt Frazier.
Oh, wow.
They show Walt Frazier.
Y'all stole 2 games in San Antonio. Wow.
They show Walt Frazier, man, with those loud suits on.
Man, that was our hero when I was growing up.
Oh, Clyde Frazier. Yeah.
Clyde Frazier used to endorse a shoe called Puma. And
Oh,
all
yeah.
of us wore it because I wore football shoe, baseball shoe, because of him. We
All
thought
right.
he was everything.
Let me go put
He was
my
all
tweet
pimped
back
out.
up.
Oh, hold on. I got my Pumas right here.
Yeah,
Pumas.
man, that was his shoe back in the 70s, bro.
Oh,
I got
Pumas.
my
Yeah, that was a big
right
deal.
here.
Ooh. We got introduced to Puma and Adidas. Adidas came out of
Adidas.
Germany.
Adidas. Yeah.
Yeah.
From two rock from brothers.
Yeah.
One brother said he ain't wanna be in the political game with the Nazis, and the other one said I ain't got no other choice but to roll with Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about where Volkswagen came from. That was Hitler's
Dr.
favorite
Porsche. Volkswagen came from Dr. Porsche.
Yeah.
When they originally designed the Volkswagen, it was supposed to run on the road and in the water. And the engineering marvel about it was it didn't have a cooling system. It was air cooled.
Yeah.
But the guy who did that was Dr. Porsche.
That's why that name Porsche came from.
I tell people, y'all can say what y'all want. The smartest white folks are them Germans. Them the smartest white folks it is.
Because we the dumbest people, because after World War II, we gave them the money to build up their whole infrastructure.
Yeah, and then the Germans created what we now call NASA. When the war was over, the Soviets and the Americans was fighting over them German scientists. The Americans brought them German scientists over here and they started NASA.
NASA started in 1958 under Dwight Eisenhower.
The smartest white folks in Europe was the Germans. Yep. They were the Germans.
Yeah. We done talked about a whole bunch of stuff. Now, let me say this before. Now, word on the street is that them boys threw a game for $500 a piece.
Who was that done?
Not $2,000 each. $500 a piece.
What?
So for less than $1,500.
For less than $1,500, $500 a piece. So all of them got $500.
Ooh, we.
You threw a game and cheapen yourself and lessen yourself for $500. Is that how much you worth?
Boy.
And you only did one game?
Yeah. Boy.
Wait a minute. Did Nuss? Woo, I guess LSU has entered into the idiot area. Colton Nussmeier has signed with Georgia.
Yeah, he's gonna be the senior starting quarterback over here at Flower Mound Marcus. He was at Louisville. No, the quarterback in Louisville. He was the quarterback in Louisville. He went over to Lido. Garrett. Which one is it? Which one is it? Grady. But yeah, he's a senior at he's gonna be a senior at Flower Mound Marcus. And I thought he would have signed with LSU, but they're like, nope. And like, nope. I'm going to Georgia.
Nussmeier. That's that Doug Nussmeier's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember his dad was playing at Idaho when he was quarterback at Idaho, along with us, along with me in age, and yeah.
Didn't he coach? Wasn't he coaching?
Yeah, he was coach at
Yeah, he's
Alabama. His
coordinator.
dad worked at Alabama. Yeah,
That's right.
Doug.
Yeah, he's the offensive coordinator still.
Yeah, Doug Nussmeier. I remember he quarterback at University of Idaho.
The Vandals. Isn't that the Vandals?
Yeah, the Vandals. Yes,
the Vandals,
black and gold Vandals. Yeah,
I think Paul Petrino had that job at one time. Bobby
I meant
Petrino's
Moscow,
brother.
Idaho. I meant Moscow, Idaho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, enjoyed it. I got to get ready to go to bed.
All right, Mr. Ford. Appreciate you coming on. I'll be back on next week.
I always enjoy conversing with you.
I'll be back on. I'll probably be back on either Sunday or Monday.
Okay, give me a call. All right, now.
I got
you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, y'all, man. I'm gonna try not to get my Twitter account taken, but I make no promises.
Oh Lord. What are you doing now, Troy?
So I had put the Knicks and Foe tweet up just a little bit too early, and then they tied the game. So I had to delete that. I had to delete that and wait for a minute. And then my stream, because I'm out here in the tent, my stream is about 20 seconds behind in the house. So it went 0 on the ESPN app. I was looking at the box score, but my TV still said 7 seconds. So I wasn't sure if we had won or not. So I was gonna wait till I seen the actual play. Yeah, now Everybody said that Jalen Brunson couldn't lead the team. Yeah, I need
Brunson's on fire, man.
I need what's the name to the front. I need her to come to the front. She got some explaining to do.
What they need is for Jalen Brunson's daddy to take over Temple and bring Temple back. Rick need to go back and be the head coach at Temple, because Temple has been pitiful since John Chaney.
They've been down so long.
That's what I'm telling you. They need to go back and let Rick take Temple. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, those Owls are they're not the Owls that I remember with Chaney.
I love the Owls. When John Chaney had them, I loved them.
Oh yeah, they could make it so far.
And Bill Cosby, baby. That's what it was about back in the day.
Yeah, they made it to the Elite Eight, but I think who beat them? Was the Fab Five ended up beating them to get to the Final Four?
Somebody. What that Richardson boy was named?
Who?
Remember that Richardson guy? He went out to the Phoenix Suns.
Talking about Jason Richardson?
I think they put Temple out of the Final 8 or something.
Yeah, you talking about Michigan State?
Yeah,
I thought it was Michigan. I thought it was the Fab Five that made to the Elite Eight when they were playing.
Temple was strong under John Chaney, man, because he came from Chaney State.
Yeah, he came from Chaney State.
He came from Chaney State.
He had, what's that guard that he had a name? Mark Macon.
Mark Macon was from Saginaw, Michigan?
Yeah, Macon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember him. He a guard.
Yeah.
I remember Eddie Jones was playing.
Eddie Jones, that's right. Eddie was from Birmingham.
Yeah.
Ain't no Eddie Jones was from the South.
Yeah,
I didn't know he's from the South either. Yeah, okay, he's from Birmingham.
John Chaney played for Bethune-Cookman. He was All-American at Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, he talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't even travel with the team. He was so good.
Yeah, I know he's a Bethune-Cookman alumnus, John Chaney. Man, Chaney was son. Yeah, he coached at Chaney State because what's her name? Vivian String coached the women's team.
Man, let's see. One year it was John Chaney. It was John Chaney. It was John Thompson, and it was Dean Smith. They was all fighting over one kid in Philadelphia. Y'all know who that was? That kid was named Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace, yeah, Roscoe. Man.
They were all fighting. He went to a school called Simon Gratz.
Simon Gray. He came out of high school
And
the same year I came out in 1993. He
yeah,
and
they were all
Stackhouse and all
listen.
those guys.
Dean
Yes,
Smith pulled the ultimate. He got to the mama and moved the mama to North Carolina.
North Carolina.
That's
And,
what he
he
did.
and
He moved
Stackhouse.
Rasheed Wallace's brother to North Carolina.
So that's how he got
And-
she down to Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
Yep.
The thing that nobody knew was how high his SAT score was. He had a real high SAT score.
Yeah, that 93 McDonald's High School All-American team. That's when Randy Livingston out of my state, Randy Livingston and Gerald Honeycutt out of Grambling High. You know, Livingston played at the LSU and Honeycutt went to Tulane. And they were on that team with Rasheed Wallace and all those guys. And Stackhouse.
Rasheed was it was John Chaney, it was John Thompson, and it was Dean Smith. They were all in Philly fighting over that kid.
They sure were. I remember that. We were all seniors during that time. I remember seeing on ESPN during that time. Yeah, they were going after him. Yeah, Simon Gratz.
Simon Gratz.
We gonna get us on out of here.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Oh man,
All right.
Troy, is always great conversing with you, man.
I appreciate everybody for joining us today.
I thank you. You take care, Mr. Ford.
JSU by 40. I don't care about that school in Baton Rouge. And we cutting off rattle tails this season.
We don't lose homecoming. Ours or yours.
I'll let you all fight that one out with the HBCU.
All right, so have a good one.
All take care. You have a great weekend. All right.
All right, so be blessed, y'all.
All right.
Y'all be blessed. Be safe. Hug your loved ones. Love on your loved ones.
Have fun. Be safe.
Crash out on your kids and beat them out the penitentiary. Y'all be easy. Peace.